What's good with my people, man? What's good, man? Figured I'd do a little birthday stream today, man. See what's up. We gotta talk about these two undisputed fights coming up this weekend. Two undisputed fights, two undisputed fights in the unification. What's good with it? There go my boy right there. What's good, my boy?
What's good, man? Happy birthday, bro.
Yeah, appreciate that again, man. You know we had to double back. We had to spin the block on this topic, man. It's a lot of history going on for this weekend. That's how I look at it. It's a big ass weekend for women's boxing, man. So why not give them their just due on just due, you know? With my little spin, my little take on it, man. I think we got some good ass fights coming up, man. Matter of fact, I know we got some good fights coming up. Pardon me, let me see. Mic up.
MP said his birthday too.
You said who? MP? Word. MP, salute, bro. Happy born day too. Shit, I ain't know that. It's your birthday too. Shit, that's what's up, man. Appreciate you stopping through on your born day with your boy, man. And what fight y'all excited for this weekend, man? You know we gotta talk about it. It's the women, man. I know y'all rocking with these ladies, man. They putting on. We got two undisputed dope fights coming up. You know what I mean? Got a lot at stake. Got my boy, my Jersey native, man. My boy SHAKUR, man. You know he ready, man. I think this gonna be his coming out party. The Mel Herring was that was the warm up, and Oscar Valdez is gonna be the coming out party officially. I think after he beat him, his stock rise. That's why I asked the question on who stock rise the most y'all think this weekend, man, with an impressive win.
Man, I think I said this both. If either guy, you talking about Valdez and SHAKUR.
Yeah, I'm just saying like out of all the fights this weekend, with an impressive win, who stock y'all think gonna rise the most? Whether it be the ladies or the
or just about to say the most.
Whatever
I probably think the winner of that Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano probably gonna be. I say this after this weekend, Clarissa Shields will legitimately have some company at the top of the mountain. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think Amanda Serrano already,
Jose Diaz, appreciate you, bro. Yeah, I'm with you, Serrano.
Yeah, I think Serrano already that. And then after she beat, Katie Taylor, the woman they've been building up, as that. That's gonna be the last little staple she need on her career, as far as I say this. With all the Amanda Serrano done after this weekend, let's say she win, she could retire. She could retire and won't be, it'd be no stones left unturned. I think she'll be the woke type of. I call her the little woke already.
What you got on it, D-Free?
First most, happy birthday, my boy.
Man, appreciate you, my boy. Appreciate y'all kicking it with me. Appreciate everybody in the building right now too.
Yeah, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button for my boy.
Yeah, smash.
Before you
actually, I mean, I like the SHAKUR Stevenson fight. I like the Amanda Serrano fight, but I believe the most intriguing fight, which might be the most talked about fight. Well, I ain't gonna say most talked about, the most underrated fight. That's what I'm gonna say. The most underrated fight is Ammo versus Booker. That's the one I'm most intrigued to see.
Yeah,
that's gonna be the most underrated fight.
I call that a sleeper fight in my opinion. Kind of like a sleeper fight.
That's in my top watches this week.
They ain't talking about it too much, but those, that's real boxing heads. We know what time it is with that. That should be a good fight. Regardless of who win, it should be a good.
Gonna be some leather flying in that motherfucker for sure.
Yeah, I hate. Wait.
I go ahead, you.
No, I was saying, go ahead. Go ahead. Say what you was about to say.
Yeah, I hate when I ain't gonna say I hate. I like it. I love it and I hate it. You know, when we get two prospects, who clash, this early in their career. You know what I mean? It's a blessing and a curse. I think both these guys, pretty damn good. I know Just Blue had shit according that Cordell Booker. The only reason he going up to 160 is because he couldn't get fights at 154. You know what I mean? So shit. His first fight at 160, bro, you go fight Elmo.
I know, salute, bro. Appreciate you.
I can't do shit but commend, Cordell Booker, win, lose, or draw. Your first fight at 160, you go get Elmo.
Yeah, he going right to the smoke at 160. Yeah. And he kept his word. He was true to his word. Said the opportunities was scarce at 54. He couldn't get fights. Said he was looking at 160, and he went for it. Going up against Ammo, I mean, I think him having a more pro experience might favor him to some degree, might help him out in that fight. But Ammo, the naturally bigger guy, I think he got a little more punching power too. They both skilled. This should be a good ass fight. Yeah, most exciting fights, Serrano and Shakur. Yeah, we got. That's why I said we had to talk about it. 2 Undisputeds, and Franchon Cruz fight kind of slipping under the radar a little bit. Young people, she fighting an undefeated, champion. The female she fighting got the IBF and the the IBF and is it the WBA? It's one of them. I wrote that shit down somewhere, but she got 2 straps herself, and Franchon Cruz got the other 2. So the winner of that fight definitely gonna become undisputed. That's a good look for women's boxing too.
Yeah, I mean, it's some great fights this weekend. I just hope I get a chance to see the ones that I really want to see, because they got all these fights coming on the same day, and they roughly around the same time. The only one that I might not have no issue with is the DEZURN fight. I think the DEZURN fight comes on early because it's overseas, so I might not have no problem with that. But we got the Probello. They got a fight card as well, and then you got ESPN with their fight card. I just hope it doesn't interfere with the fights that I want to see.
The main events, they didn't set up where the main events won't clash with each other.
Yeah, I think they spoke on it too to make sure we knew that. I don't think it was going. Yeah, like T said, clash or overlap each other.
Yeah, but I say this, I hope Franchon.
Salute, Johnny Q.
I hope
appreciate you, bro.
Fighting at the same time. Those are just on my list. I want to see the Booker Elmo joint for sure. I want to see the Franchon Cruz joint for sure. And Keyshawn Davis fight this weekend as well. SERRANO and Shakur and VALDEZ. So 5 fights this weekend for sure. I don't want to miss, and I hope that the undercard,
There's 4 fights that I really want to see. I want to see the Amanda Serrano fight, of course, the Shakur Stevenson fight, the Booker and Ammo, actually 5 fights. The Booker and Ammo, Keyshawn Davis, and I want to see Troy Osley again.
Yep, Troy Osley. For me, Troy Osley. Let me go Troy now. Troy they ain't announced Troy opponent yet. They ain't announced who he fight unless they did it today or whatsoever. I'm still waiting to see who he fight. But yeah, Troy gonna be on there too. And they been going towards some interesting ass fights too. Like they been throwing it, like they been. I don't know what's up with Troy, his opponents, but I don't know. He been having some tough ass draws.
Who that?
Tough ass opponent.
Troy Osley. Yeah. That last kid, that Cubano kid he had fought was tough as hell. The one that took everything.
That shit was good. That nigga
was good, bro. Appreciate y'all stopping through.
That man was on drugs. I don't care what nobody say. That man.
And the one before.
All right, Kano. Appreciate you.
The guy before that one too was kind of tough on him. He had to put in a little work to get him up out. Took him a couple of rounds to get him up out of there.
Yeah.
That last fight for sure. That man had to be on drugs. I don't care what nobody says. Until you show me a daggone test results, that man was on drugs. That man was getting hit with everything. It was not going nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. He took everything and the kitchen sink with it. He busted him up a little bit, but he took a lot of damage that fight.
And the thing is, he didn't even look like he was hurt at no time in that fight.
DP, appreciate you, bro. Yeah, he wasn't.
The punches he was getting hit with was like clean punches on the chin, and he wasn't. He wasn't phased. I was like, hold up, do Troy Osley got any power, or is this man on something? Because this shit don't look right.
I didn't look natural at all.
Man, was tough as hell taking all them shots to the face, man. Yeah, he had a lot of energy, Jose. Too much. Yeah, he was hyped up like a motherfucker. He took a beat. Got his ass destroyed. That's a lot of punishment to take. Top Rank got some. They got some talent, man. They just manage these dudes right. They got a potential to, have they stable back the way they needed to be, because they got a lot of young talent. They just got to do those dudes right. Got to do right by those fighters. They got some potential future world champions for sure, man. And they put on some back-to-back cards to me that highlighted they prospects. That's why I'm like, they need to be talking about these dudes more, because they look like the goods, and a lot of these young fighters, they look well schooled, so it looked like they got promising futures. A lot of these young kids, he was getting laced up. Yeah, just got hit with everything, with the kitchen sink included. For real.
It's like he was hitting his ass from the hip too. Like he was hitting his ass clean.
Man, he was digging. He was working.
Yeah.
Who else? You know who else I like too? Khalil Ko. I like him too. Khalil Ko, I believe that's his last name. I know y'all had to see him fight. Khalil.
C-O-E?
It's K. It's like K. Is it K-H? Hold on, let me go to him, man.
I don't know.
Yeah, y'all had to see this dude.
I don't know about name.
I can find a clip. I'm gonna show you who I'm talking about real quick. Khalil Ko, man, he pretty nice. I think is he more pop? I think he might be.
I said one thing that Bob, I don't even say Bob. I'm giving Bob this credit when really it's really Jay Prince. I mean, most of them young guys, all them, most of them young guys are Jay Prince people. But I'm gonna give Top Rank some credit. They go out and they get the top prospect. Yeah. I say this: if you're a top prospect, their first contract or so, it ain't bad to go to Top Rank. But once you start, once you feel like you ain't being taken care of right, that means you're not being taken care of right, and it's time to leave. You know what I mean? Build your name. This would be my advice for young boxers. Build your name on the Top Rank. So cool. They highlight let you go under them, but as soon as you think, that you could do a little bit, as soon as you start to get you a little
Khalil, Crush, appreciate you.
Go on, lead them, because it's a ceiling with Top Rank. You know what I mean? It's a ceiling with them. It's only a certain high that you could get to while you on Top Rank. But they good with exposure type shit. I say they got some prospects for our ass. Trap Media said Khalil Ko got whooped. Who he get whooped by Trap? Trap on my page. Hey, Trap, go to my community. We had just do his birthday. Click that link and come on over to the other side. I see some of my folks came over from the other side. Y'all
appreciate all y'all for stopping through with your boy, man. Y'all ain't smashed that like button. Smash that like button.
Come on over to the other side, Trap. Come troll or just do today.
I be trying to find a clip that ain't yeah, there we go. I can use this one.
Who we get whooped by though? You gotta.
Yeah, as a pro, are you talking about like some foreign wars or some shit like that? Because as a pro, appreciate you, Crush. As a pro, he been handling his business. So if he got whooped, that's news to me. Going out. Yeah, but this dude got some shit with him. If you ask me, I like the way he fight. These dudes look like they stay in the gym, man. That shit is important, man. These young dudes, they be active. They be in them gyms.
That could have gone through my boy Jihad on the card. Spice it up.
Yeah, Chahai, another one, man. That's another dude. First thing that jumped out on me with him is how comfortable he is in the ring. Yeah. And I just feel like that's always a plus. It's like he ain't too comfortable. It's just like he just naturally, you know what I mean? He knows his way around that ring, man. And it's showing. As long as he look like he putting in the work, he'll be all right. He should be just fine type shit.
Yep. He got a lot. It's like he one of them young guys. He got a lot to work with. You got to get him together. You got to rein him in. Mm-hmm. Do a lot. It ain't nothing that he can't do. You just got to put it together.
Facts.
That's simple.
Mm-hmm.
And he only 18. He 18 with 7 fights.
Appreciate you, St. Louis. That's St. Louis, by the way, y'all. Yeah, that's his new channel he just launched.
Uncommentary.
They appreciate you. 100%. Track was good. Appreciate you, bro. Gotta work harder, no conditioning. Think you got some conditioning issues, Track? Because I'll be with you. I be kind of hard on fighters for that, too, because I feel like you got to be in shape, especially being young like that. You got to put that work in. For sure. Got to, but he said he got some stamina issues you need to work on. Trying to look the clip, find a clip of the dude so I can show you what
he lost. What's his record?
Who we lose to?
What's his record?
Man, you see that fight he lost? Nah, I must have missed it, yo. He must have slipped that one by me. I'm sitting over here praising, you know, took an L. And I ain't even realized it.
That's how I was with Tommy McCarthy when he first lost to Smith.
Yeah.
I said, damn. I saw him take the last one.
Mm-hmm. That's damn sure. He was punching on shit. A few fights I seen him, but you know, maybe he ran into somebody that was on his ass. I think.
What's his record? One loss don't mean.
Yeah. I ain't gonna write him all after the one, but damn, I must have missed that because so he be fighting on DEZURN, if I'm not mistaken.
You think Alicia Bungard is going to make that fight with Han next?
With who?
With Han.
Nah, with Maya.
Maya?
Maya.
Yeah, nope. I thought.
Not Knicks. Nope.
Nah, he had a draw, Trap. That's what you talking about. He had a draw in his second fight. Khalil. So he had a little slip up, had that draw. He 2-0, 2 knockouts.
Y'all think Alicia Bungard is ducking that smoke?
With Maya? I think she's a fighter.
I feel like she is. Just being straight up. I do. I really do.
Yeah, Bungard. I like Bungard.
I don't even think that she lose, but I just think that, you know, she want to.
Jersey City, yeah.
She don't want to fight that girl right now. She ain't trying to fight that girl right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think, low key, Bumgarner trying to get her money for it. That's me. That's just me, though. I think she like, I believe
that would be a big money fight for her.
Yeah, you don't think she want to fight her right now?
I don't. She ain't moving like a person
gift draw. I feel you, Trap.
She ain't moving like a person that want to fight her right now.
She talking it. Every chance she gets, she on there talking like she a fighter type shit.
But Kayla Maya on there taking shots at her every day, dog. Every day.
Mm-hmm.
Maya want that fight. I know that, but I say from, you know, just their energies, Maya want that fight. I just see.
You know, I like energy, so if you telling me you seeing something, I'm gonna have to double check because I believe you.
I just seen Alyssa Bumgarner tell that girl to move up twice already. I just seen Kono. You might be right, Kono. I ain't saying that ain't it, but I just seen her tell that girl move up twice already. I ain't saying she's scared. I ain't saying she lose. But what I'm saying is, if you ask me who I think want that fight more right now, D3. Michaela Maya on her ass. She on her ass right now.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that's the whole thing. I mean, and she had so much to say about Carissa Shields. I'm like, you got smoke right there looking for you. And don't Maya got a belt as well?
2 of them.
Boy, it was good with you. Appreciate you, my boy.
Come on, man.
If I'm mistaken, I think Maya got 2.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I don't know the way she was coming at Carissa. I would think she would take any smoke.
She gotta be willing to accept all smoke if she gonna talk about the growth.
Right, that's the point that I'm making.
And I really
talking about the growth.
I really, not to make no excuses for, I really feel like, you know, another person, you gotta look at Franchon Cruz. She got 2 knockouts, right? 7-1, only lost to Clarissa. I think she had another one that would benefit having that extra minute per round. I really do.
I'm gonna say this too real quick about the women. I'm gonna say this real quick about the women. With the women, you could get knockouts when you're a woman, but you have to fight lower competition. These women that we talking about, Clarissa and FRANCHON, these women only fought top women. Only fought top women. A lot of them knockouts these women get these trash women.
Who gonna beat the hell out of Clarissa?
He talking about Bungada. Bungada ain't got
she too small. She get dog.
She did get dog like shit.
Yeah, she get dog.
She's way too small.
He know that. He know that much.
That's the only reason why she's talking. That's the only reason why she's talking shit, because they ain't in the same weight class. And you got Maya sitting there calling you out, and you ain't trying to fight her.
Yeah. She talking a good one. You can't just be dissing people without you gotta get in the ring with somebody. You're gonna be taking shots. Taking shots from the sideline, y'all can make a fight happen. Because you know how Clarissa gonna be on it. She gonna want smoke. Top T, Marshall just stopped girl choosing the distance.
I want her to fight with Kayla Maya. That's what I want.
I think they putting a lot of attention into that girl power, man. Marshall, Savannah Marshall. Want to see her beat Clarissa because it's not gonna happen.
She was with the distance with her about 5. She was with the distance with her 5.
Yeah, Jose.
That's the shit that I was talking about. Trap said, "Stop T. Marshall just stopped."
That was the girl 5 years ago.
But the whole thing is, regardless if she stopped her or she didn't stop her, both of them got a W against her.
When Shields beat her, that girl had 1 loss. When Marshall beat her, she had 3 losses, 3 or 4 losses.
If she stopped her or not.
And guess what? Marshall was in the same weight class with Shields and Franchon Cruz and Helena Gate and a lot of these people that she had.
Good, bro.
If you go through all the middleweights, we talking about middleweights right now, y'all. Y'all don't know. All the middleweights that we're talking about, all of them that fought each other at least once, except for who?
Savannah Marshall.
And them just the facts.
And that's not no coincidence. That's math. Like, that's by design. She stayed away from the top competition on her way to Clarissa. Like, she better be glad she even getting in fight.
Check Cruz resume. Check Clarissa resume.
So too. What's going on?
I'm gonna tell y'all real quick. Check Cruz resume. I mean, say Cruz. Yeah, her name is Cruz. Right? Check Franchon Cruz resume. Check Clarissa resume. Check Christina Hammer resume. Check all of them. Check the lady resume that Savannah Marshall just beat, and look who she already fought before she fought Savannah Marshall. Savannah Marshall will come up and clean up house.
You know, the only thing that's confusing with this Savannah Marshall shit, outside of her power, that's all I hear about. I don't hear nothing about skill. I don't hear nothing about the limited competition that she faced or nothing. Y'all just really expecting her to go in there and just do something that you ain't seen really yet. Her knock out somebody of that level. I don't know, man. Her competition been shaky at best.
I mean, they might as well say.
I don't know. Super chat. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you 1,000%, bro.
I mean, if that's the case, they might as well say that. They might as well say that they're going Oscar Valdez going to knock out Shakur Stevenson. The way they talking.
And the only thing they banking on is power.
Man, we already know that's not going to
lie. And my bro Drew says salute to the panel, yo.
What's good?
Five, what's going on? Good with it. Yes, sir,
what up,
man.
though, my guys? What it do?
What's going on, bro?
What's going on, G5?
You know, what up? What's good? Again, happy birthday, my guy.
Appreciate you, bro.
Happy birthday yet again, my man. Shit, you and Knockout both got birthdays today.
Yeah, right. That's crazy. Kano, appreciate you one more time.
And MP, what the fuck? It's MP, what the fuck birthday too?
Oh, damn.
Lady Just Do said was good to the fella.
Spring, baby.
Yeah, fuck with my boy. Shoot my guy $1 or something, $2 or something.
Yeah,
show him you fuck with him. God damn.
Kano just blessed you, boy.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We spent.
Y'all smash the like button on y'all way in.
Nigga, if you can spend $5 on buying 5 packs of cigars, nigga, you can shoot my nigga $5. You feel me?
You know, appreciate y'all for livening it up. I told y'all I'm gonna spend the B-Day with the fellas. We're gonna chop it up about this good old boxing, this Undisputed and Unification coming up. That's gonna be my birthday gift from Shakur, a massacre. Ass whooping. Tell him. Man, I can't wait to see this shit. I can't wait. I want to hear the post fights. That's what I want to hear.
Yeah.
I want to hear what you're gonna say. Like when we say we told you that boy was special. Tony Reviews, Carinella, appreciate you, bro. Tony Reviews, appreciate you for stopping through. Yeah. I've been up for like 4 months. I'm going on closing in on 5 months. Appreciate you, man. We definitely gonna work. Like I said, I had to put my little spin on these fights, man, because I see people picking Serrano somebody stoppage. I'm thinking her body work, man, could be a big factor in that fight. And she forced people to fight at a pace that they don't want to fight at. And like I said, Katie Taylor, she could be predictable. She could be a sniper with that one too, but she also could be predictable with it. And with her suffering with them little gas tank issues that I think she got, Serrano going to that body a lot, I see that being a recipe for disaster for her. I could see her getting stopped if that's the case. If she going to her body, she gonna be in trouble.
Yep. See, that's the thing. I'm looking at. I went back and I look at Katie Taylor fights. I already seen Amanda Serrano fight. And see, the thing is, Katie Taylor only got 20 fights. She's 35 years old.
Yeah.
Amanda Serrano got 44 fights, and she's 33 years old.
Back.
And like I said, Amanda Serrano, she switches levels. She fights like a dude out there.
She got gears.
She don't just go straight to the head. She goes to the body and everything. I see a lot of females, they do a lot of head hunting. She don't do that. She'll break the body down first before she decides to go to the head. And that's what I don't see a lot of females doing that. And I believe that's going to be the difference, because she's going to work the body as well as the head. Katie Taylor, she's going to be going straight to her head. She ain't going to really go to her body like that. She's going to be trying to go for a knockout.
With that 1-2, watch how she be shooting that 1-2. I already know it. I've seen it in every fight. I ain't seen a fight yet where she ain't used that weapon over and over. And I just think as you raise your levels, you need to be less predictable.
Like I said, Amanda got 44 fights and she got 30 knockouts. So don't think that she ain't got no power neither. She got just as much power as Katie Taylor got.
And the fact that she got
more power than Katie Taylor, just depending on how it translates at the weight. But a lot of people don't know that, man. Serrano done fought at 160 before. Go check them fights.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I think it's because of them short ass rounds while the ladies be headhunting so much. They trying to get that stoppage because they only got 2 minute rounds, you know.
My bad, Connor.
It's all good, man. My man had me back there for like 5 minutes, G5. I'm like, damn.
Oh, man, my bad, bro.
Watch them lace her mind up to, oh yeah, you bigger than her. Try to walk her down. Do it if you want to.
She
you know what I'm saying? You got the height advantage, you got the reach advantage. I'm telling you. So I'm hoping, come forward like you do everybody else. Please try to walk her down. Please. Katie, I send you $100 if you try to walk her down.
She going right into them bricks. She going right into them bricks.
Gotta be the ladies. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yo, that's cuz right there too.
Huncho.
That I was showing the highlights on. He in the building. Leroy. That's cuz right there that I was showing y'all the highlights of.
Oh damn, I missed that. What
That's the kinfolk.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one I had showed a couple of the highlights.
Leroy, that's the kinfolk?
Yeah,
the one that was slumping some folk. Yeah.
I might have
Hey, Leroy, you got some.
What's good, Leroy?
You got something, Leroy. We see you put them boys on their back pockets.
I just show a couple of these joints. I thought I still had some in here. Shit. I just had a couple of them. Got a couple knife joints in here, man.
Boy, caught that boy.
Wait a minute. You got somebody in the chat that's actually picking Katie Taylor to win? Wow.
Yeah, Amanda got power. I'm not taking anything away from her. Katie Taylor, but Amanda tags her. It's over.
Wow.
Yeah, Amanda, I'm telling you, I think she's going to test her gas tank. She forced people to fight at her pace. And that's usually one that's uncomfortable for her opponent, and she cool with it.
She really remind me of a female Spence in that regard, bro. Her pace, her punch output.
I said it.
Darrell Adams got a bet with Case Avoid. He came out here the other day talking about he got Katie Taylor winning. I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening.
That's free money.
My UK brother, Darrell Adams.
Oh, that's what he is. He's from the UK.
Yeah, he from UK.
Oh, he's supposed to pick Katie Taylor then.
He from
Come on.
I ain't mad at him. He got a bet with me with Clarissa Shields and Savannah Marshall.
Nah, I ain't mad at him.
Cause you already know,
he
bro.
He from the UK, that's who he should be riding with, man. I ain't got no beef at all. You supposed to ride for yours, man.
Yeah, Darrell be supporting my child and him. Darrell, my guy, that's my guy right there.
Yeah. He support all of us. I mean, he cool people or whatever. I mean, I respect him supporting his own. I just don't see it happen.
I don't see it happening either, man. You already know I did my live on this, man.
Be a little too predictable for me.
And threw my video up on it as well, man. But I'm gonna ask the question over here, man. Does Katie Taylor have the power to keep Amanda Serrano from pressuring her?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so.
I mean, she might have the power. It's just a matter of is she gonna land the power? Is she gonna land that shot? Because Katie Taylor don't throw a whole bunch of punches.
Nope.
Amanda Serrano throws a lot of punches. She averages roughly about 60 punches per round. So she gonna be throwing a lot of punches. Katie Taylor don't throw a lot of punches. She gonna be mostly in the high guard trying to block the punches that's coming from Amanda Serrano.
20
Bro, this about to be like Spence versus Danny Garcia. Watch.
It's gonna be a point where Katie Taylor, you know, kind of fight on the inside too. It's gonna be a point where Katie Taylor put her head on the chest and they go inside fight. And I think that's where Serrano gonna get her. I think that's where she gonna get her.
Darrell Adams, man, there's no way in the world that you can say that you're never wrong, bro. If you're never wrong about a boxing match, bro, you should be a millionaire by now just off of betting, man. Nobody's perfect in these damn bets, bro. Nobody.
Right.
Nobody. No. Even if you just picking for sport, you ain't right all 100% of the time. There's no way.
Bro, I'll pick the right winner, but the wrong method of victory sometimes. Still be the right person. You know what I'm saying? Somebody else.
Right. And Katie Taylor is a shoulder puncher. She don't sit on punches. That's why her knockout ratio like that. 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. That's the UK thing or some shit. You know what I'm saying? She on that Anthony Joshua shit. Famous 1-2 straight shoulder punches. No torquing them joints or no nothing. Come on, bro.
And I think I think her fight at her pace can still get tired. You know what I'm saying? If she's forced to fight at a pace that she ain't used to, which I think Amanda is going to force her to do, that's going to be the beginning of her undoing because she's going to get her gas tank tested.
Damn, Kano, you ain't been here 5 minutes. You already got somebody in hating.
I ain't going to say nothing. I'm going to respect my man's channel, man. Yeah, I'm just not even going to respond to it.
Yeah, where he come from, though? What's up, man? You can't do that.
Y'all man, forget off and stay fucking with Brad down there.
Everybody on this panel was solid, 100%.
Hey, I forgot what to say. Oh yeah. Y'all think Katie Taylor's size gonna play the difference?
Yeah, because she gonna be
DP Rocker. They follow me everywhere, man. But I just do boxing, man. I ain't gonna do that on this channel, man.
It's all come good, on mine and I cook. It's all good. They come crazy. You gotta check. It's all good, bro.
That shit is crazy. You come all the way over to somebody else's channel to sit here and speak about somebody that's on the panel.
Guest on their panel.
They about the same size. Yeah, 5'5.5", 5'5", something, some shit like that. They close. I think Katie might got a little bit of reach, like an inch or two, some shit, but it's light.
I know she
appreciate you for stopping through. Appreciate the birthday wishes. And he said no. Just saying what
Yeah.
Damn, man, you can't even get on a panel and talk about boxing without people. Man, that's sad, bro. That's sad, bro.
Is it, man?
What's good, Just Do? Happy birthday,
with it, man. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you stopping through.
These trolls love Kano.
What you got on it, man?
On the Taylor fight?
Any of them, the Taylor, or you got Franchon Cruz. Then you got that boy Shakur.
I got Serrano severely fucking up Katie Taylor. I think Serrano's just. I mean, I could see a world where you see the Lomachenko, Rigondeaux situation where Katie just is too big for her, but I don't think that's going to be the case because unlike that fight, Serrano's actually taller than Katie Taylor. Even though she's fought in lower weight classes, she's taller than her, got a better reach than her, and in my opinion, she's a way better boxer. She uses angles, she goes high-low, she sets up feints, she can knock females out by just battering them. Like, in all categories, I think Amanda Serrano's just a better boxer.
I agree.
She do punch. I know what St. Louis was saying. She do punch. Like, I feel like her punch effects do have the effect that Earl should have. Like when she hit people, it just looked like it hurt. Like, you know what I mean? Even if they ain't coming at you too fast, she ain't putting a lot behind it. It just look, you just tell when she hit a motherfucker, that shit hurt. She got them bricks, right? She got them bricks on her hand.
Some people just got heavy bone density, they heavy handed. You know what I'm saying? They can throw a nice little jab at you and they hit you, and you be like, damn. That shit, I felt that shit. You know what I'm saying? Some people
think Serrano never been on no wars. You know what's funny? My comment, she is the war. Cause she bringing the fight.
Daryl, who has Katie Taylor fought? You know what I'm saying? And this her first dance across the pond. We gonna see how she do, bro. Straight up.
Them wars she been in, she shouldn't even have been in with some of those people.
A lot of those women made their name off of Katie Taylor, them Katie Taylor fights. They're at. It wasn't that they was good. I feel what Darrell saying because she do got some names on her resume, but she made those names on her resume because she let them fights be closer than we initially thought. Parson maybe beat her twice, right? I think she beat her the first time, but I think Katie Taylor won the second time. Arguably, she beat her twice, but we know who Parson is because of them Katie Taylor fights. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Facts. Yeah. It ain't that they was world beaters. It's just that they had good fights with Katie Taylor, which made them names. You know what I mean? Yep. But this fight gonna be good. This both of their hardest fights. I say this Serrano hardest fight, but Serrano done been in there with some dogs, but it just didn't look like that because she always outdogged everybody. But Serrano last fight, it took her a little minute, to get adjusted. So I say, if Katie Taylor was gonna fight her, why not do it now? It's the best time for both these folks. You know what I mean? We get this motherfucker Saturday. I got Serrano though. I don't think she gonna knock her out. It's just her moving up. I don't think she gonna knock her out, but I do think she gonna hurt her though. I do think it's gonna be some hurt, some hurting going on in the ring.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Serrano got a chin. She could take a punch too.
Yep.
Hell, Daryl Adams, if I'm wrong, I'm gonna be here like I always am. I'm always gonna do my lives. I'm always gonna speak facts. If Katie Taylor wins, I'm gonna tip my hat off to her and congratulate her, man. I mean, this is a sport. The world doesn't end because of a loss. The world, don't stop because of a loss. It's just a sport. So if Katie wins, so be it.
I agree. And if I'm speaking for the fellas, we support the fighters win, lose, or draw. Like that one loss don't mean shit. We still gonna rock with them. Just gonna be a hell of a fight. But I think Serrano just being more versatile, more polished boxer and less predictable. You know what I mean? More dog, if you will. Like she gonna bring that fight. And
I think if
that gas tank gonna be tested.
The thing if Serrano, let's say the way I see, I ain't gonna say the only way. The way I see Katie Taylor winning is if Serrano punches can't affect her. You know what I mean? That's the only way I can see her winning. And even then, it could turn into a boxing match where Serrano could very well win. You know what I mean? But I just seen Katie Taylor get, the winning edge on the couple tight jump. So I kind of, I question it going to 12. But I got Amanda Serrano making it look, I got her making it look, decisive enough to where they won't be able to, do nothing, even if it came down to 12. I got her on UD, and I think it's gonna be close.
Yeah.
Southern T, the reason I had asked everybody, man, if they thought that Katie Taylor had the power to keep Serrano off of her, is because I know the answer is no. And let me give y'all a little nugget for those. Maybe y'all know, maybe y'all don't. Amanda Serrano spars none but men. She doesn't bring women to camp. She spars men, and you ain't gonna tell me that them men don't hit harder than Katie Taylor.
Yeah, but there's only one issue with that. Them men ain't hitting her like she's a man. Regardless of what she says or what she thinks, they're not fighting her like she's another man. Here's what I look at. To me, Katie Taylor is the Canelo of women's boxing. She has a lot of questionable wins that should have been lost. That's how I look at it. I think she lost to Bassoon. She lost to Medusa. Lenarditu, the Greek girl, she lost to her. So she's got losses that should be on the record. I just think Serrano's just a better fighter. Like, I think I've seen Taylor in razor thin fights, and I've seen Serrano just blast females out. Even though she has a loss, she still dominates most of the females she fights. They're not close. They're not even competitive.
I gotta disagree with you on the sparring though. I've been around.
And if you go check Amanda Serrano box ranking shit, it's a couple fights in there at 160. A couple. I was like, damn, fuck these fights come from? But it's like 2 fights in there where she just jump up from like one, from goddamn flyweight. I mean, goddamn, goddamn minimum weight. And she just jump up to ones. I'm like, damn, what this 160 fight come from? So I was doing my breakdown, and she fought at 164 like twice, I think, some shit like that.
Yeah, you're right.
I said, damn. But yeah, so
but I've been around the sparring, man. I don't know, maybe G5 could verify that, but I tell you that the sparring wasn't like you think it was.
I'm telling you, there's not a female athlete out there, unless it's just some guy who's never fought before, or he shouldn't be fighting. They're not gonna take the shots from the men if they unload on them. I'm not disagreeing with you. I have no doubts that she spars with men. All I'm trying to tell you is do believe that they're holding back. It doesn't mean much to me.
Yeah, but this is what I say. Hold on, let me say
this. They may hold back them head shots, but ain't nobody holding back no body shots nowhere. I'm telling you, they ripping that body.
Listen. The greatest female boxer of all time, in my opinion, is Lucia Riker. Lucia Riker was an undefeated boxer, kickboxer, and if MMA would have been around, she would have been undefeated in that too. She was so good that they put her in there with a man. She actually fought a man in a real fight. It went 2 rounds before she got knocked the fuck out. The first time she got hit, it was over, and the dude that she fought was trash. It's different.
Yeah, but even if a dude holding back, his holding back is harder than a lot of these women punch. I mean, they not gonna punch it.
That could be true.
Tony, they ripping them body shots, Tony. Men rip body shots on women for sure. They ain't holding back no body shots.
Now,
they ripping them.
No. I kind of agree with him on that, because when you asked Earl about the Clarissa sparring, he's like, I held back on her. I took it easy on her. But she still said,
face shot,
all this shit. She's like, I didn't fall, but she's like, I felt.
They hold back on the head shots. They not holding back no body shots, because you got to give them good work. You can't spar them and don't give them. They rip them to the body, because I just spar women. You rip them to the body, you just don't knock them out.
Southern T. I used to get paid to spar with a
I know, Tony.
I used to get paid to spar with an Olympian female, and it lasted for a while. But she used to beat on me like she was trying to knock me out, and it got old. And I told her to tone it down. She didn't. Long story short, she kept doing it. I told her not to, and I went off and I ripped it to the gut as hard as I could, and she hit the ground. And she realized the difference real quick. Yeah. And I'm telling you, it's nothing against the females, but they can't compete against the men. That's why there's two different leagues. If they could, there wouldn't be a difference.
Yeah. I mean, I feel that, but even with them holding back, if you go in there with somebody that can punch, even if he's not hitting you with 100% and he hit you with 70% of that punch, you know what I'm saying, or 50, shit, that motherfucker still gonna hold some weight and make them feel something.
It's not even so much the power, but her sparring with men. Men are more polished boxers than females are. Most men are. They're more polished boxers than females are. So that's why I said she fights like a man. She goes to the head and goes to the body. Most females don't do that. Most females just go for the head. And she fights like a man. She goes to the head and she goes to the body. And she used that ring. That's why I picked her in this fight. She's a more polished boxer than Katie Taylor is.
They tried to beat boxing at Amanda Serrano. They ain't wanted to box. They tried to beat the shit out of her so she wouldn't box. And she kept coming back. Just a footnote. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know nothing, man. Maybe I need to
look. I agree with G5. I agree with him that yes, even if they're holding back, they're still hitting harder than the females while they're holding back. So I agree with that. I'm just saying that there's nobody going to convince me that the dude she's been in there sparring with, they're going 100 on.
I'm not saying they're going 100. But I can tell you this though, Tony. What I'm trying to say is they're still hitting her harder than what Katie Taylor can hit.
Without a doubt. And I'm with you. I think Serrano's going to beat the living shit out of her. The only thing Katie can do is try to hold her and keep her in the clinch, which she's known to do when she gets beat up. That's the only thing she can do.
Since she taller, she better try to keep that jab and keep it running to a stick if she's smart. Since you got like a 3-inch height advantage, and I'm not sure what the reach advantage is.
Shorter. G5, she's shorter than Serrano.
If you look at them face to face, they about the same. Like she ain't tall. I don't think nobody taller than nobody.
Yeah, see.
What I noticed was Katie Taylor a little more, thicker. She a little more girthier. But Serrano made up, she got an athletic build anyway. You know what I mean? So she trimmed with her shit. So she's smaller than a lot of people did. She's a lot of people she fight, but I know they about the same height. Katie Taylor a little more girthier, but Serrano in hella shape, like always. You know what I mean? She go get good, man.
So it's gonna be a good fight. It's definitely gonna be a good fight.
It's finna be amazing. Now we about to see some history though. I said this on my stream. I'm gonna say it again on this stream. I call Shields the big goat. I call Serrano the little goat. After Serrano got 7 divisions. I don't think she don't get is undisputed. Carissa got 2 undisputed. So this will be Amanda. I already got her solidified. She won number 2. But I feel like after this fight, say she win, we ain't gonna be. It ain't no question no more who the best woman or the best women in boxing. You know what I mean? It's either 1 Shields or 1A Serrano or 1A, or 1 Serrano, 1A Shields. I know as far as really what they wish Katie Taylor was. Katie Taylor is a great fighter, but again, like you said, some questionables in there. It ain't no question.
Well, to me, Southern, I think the World Series is going on right now. You got Serrano Taylor, right? Yeah. If Serrano beats Taylor, I would say that she's probably, in my opinion, better than Shields. However, Shields has her World Series coming up with Savannah Marshall. Can she beat the only fighter to beat her? That's a big if. So if Shields can get through that, then there's a debate to be had who's the number one, number two. But until Shields beats Marshall,
I can respect it because if you ain't saying Shields, the only person you could say is Serrano. But I got Shields one, strictly off the Undisputed at the heavier weight. She had 2 of them. You know what I mean? And she beat Christina Hammer. You know what I mean? I personally think Christina Hammer is better than Savannah Marshall. I think Savannah Marshall is a product of beating Clarissa Shields in the amateur. I think that's it. Her opponents, her wins don't say she good. She only got 8 fights. You know what I mean? I know Clarissa only got 10
I think she's at 9 now, but you got to understand, 2 of those fights were Shields' opponents who Shields won the distance with in Marshall.
That was years ago, Tony.
Yeah, but the end result is.
Yeah, I feel Tony. If somebody beat you up 3 years ago, somebody beat you up today, it was a better you 3 years ago. It's a difference.
Maybe not. I don't know.
Nah, it mattered. It mattered, man. That girl had what? That girl had 1 loss when Shields beat her. She had 4 losses when Marshall beat her. 3 losses. You know what I mean? It was a different woman. It was a different fighter. And then look, this is just one woman, right? It's plenty of women in that division that Savannah Marshall chose not to fight, and all of them fought each other. Savannah Marshall is the only one, they didn't really get in the mix down there at middleweight when all of them was moving up and down throughout the division. Savannah Marshall literally was moving the divisions that the best fighters wasn't in. I feel like she left 168 because FRANCHON was there. I feel like, she didn't go to I feel like she hit at 168 until Clarissa Shields went down to 154. And then she went to 160 and got Clarissa Shields' old belt. You know what I mean? She really won. She's not that good. I'm just compared to the one we're talking about this weekend. She's not even this. She shouldn't be in this conversation, but she is because she beat Savannah. Because she beat Clarissa in the amateur.
So T, here's where I'm gonna disagree a little bit, okay, about her not being good as a boxer, okay? Yes, I agree with you that Clarissa has had harder competition. However, there is an asterisk there. Shields went down in weight, and most of her good fights are against girls who are significantly smaller than her. See, she didn't go up 3 weight classes to be a 3-division champion. She went down 3 weight classes from where she began. Now, every girl she's fought has been smaller than her in height and weight. Savannah Marshall is going to be the first girl who's going to be towering over her and who is physically bigger than her. Number 2,
FRANCHON Cruz, a lot bigger than her.
Not than Marshall.
Nah, I'm saying she a lot bigger than Clarissa. And Christina Hammer is a lot bigger than Clarissa. Now just watch the fights. Go watch them. Like they bigger than Clarissa. They bigger than Clarissa. Like her being bigger than her, like this one thing. Like you think that's all you need? Like this gonna be the only thing? Nah, that girl hadn't even fought the people to prepare herself for Clarissa Shields. Like this gonna be her first big step up fight. Clarissa Shields didn't beat women better than her. Do you think because she could have fought these girls too, by the way, Tony? But do you think Savannah beat FRANCHON Cruz?
T1000 Savannah.
I don't know, because what I can tell you is, as far as raw power goes,
fact, guy.
Savannah may be one of the hardest females ever boxed.
I really think she's a product. I think a lot of their power is a product of the people that she boxed against.
Let me ask you this though. Do you believe Deontay Wilder had a lot of power?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so the same argument could be made then against Wilder's power. That was all the low opposition.
Okay, you could say that, but this is 8-40 you're talking about. Wilder would be the wrong person to use. It's like he did it 32 times more than she did. You You know what I mean?
Right, but she just started her career.
And she didn't even do it right. But I'm saying she hadn't even knocked out everybody that she fought. Wilder went 41 fights before he ever had knocked nobody out.
But Wilder's man, she's a female, and you normally don't.
And she fighting women. She fighting women, and Wilder fighting me.
Right. But what I'm trying to tell you, Southern T, is you normally don't see women lights them out like she does.
Because and women, with women, because most of these women actually they got losses because they fight the top fighters. What I'm saying is Marshall avoided most of the top people. That's why, you know what I'm saying, she don't get no losses.
Hold up. So Tony, you saying that Savannah Marshall is better than Clarissa Shields?
Not by accolades, no. What I'm saying,
I'm not even talking about accolades. I'm saying, are you saying
no. Okay, so let me explain this. This is what I look at. Whenever I look at the two matching up, right? It's going to be a very hard fight for Shields because I know one thing. I know Shields lost to her in the amateurs. Now, here's the thing: as somebody who fought in the amateurs, it has a lot of power. The amateurs is designed more for punchers like Clarissa Shields, who do punches and bunches, who don't have a lot of power, but they can score a lot of shots on you. They don't have a lot of thud. They normally do better in the amateurs than they do in the pros. So power punches like Savannah Marshall normally don't do as well in the amateurs because
I'm talking about her pro career.
Hold on. Let me finish something, T. So where I know the boxer is favored in the amateurs, where the power puncher is not, I also know that Shields lost to her with a huge advantage. Shields had headgear, and she at least, I'm not sure what size gloves the females fighting in the amateurs. I know the men are 12 ounce. I don't know if the females are 14. But here's the deal. She had on headgear, and she had on bigger gloves to fight Shields in the amateurs, and she still outboxed her. A lot of that power that she carries was taken away by the headgear and the glove. It's going to be a hard fight for her.
Right, okay. Savannah Marshall was 21. Clarissa was 16.
So we're using that.
Tony
gave us the heavyweight. Yeah, and she got a belt, I believe, too.
Hold up. So using that logic, then you would say Gary Antoine will beat Boots then. Well, he beat him in the amateur.
What I'm saying is,
he beat him in the amateur 3
what
times.
What I'm saying is,
right, but Boots has a lot of hold on. But Boots has a lot of power, and he gets knocked out. What I'm saying is, Antoine, I got you.
Antoine is 100% knockout ratio.
I got you. But at the same time, Boots, a lot of his power, because he's a big time volume puncher too. A lot of his power in the amateurs is being neutralized by headgear and gloves. So you're using two power punchers against each other. A better argument would be
Shields ain't lost since she was an amateur, bro.
Could Devin Haney beat Ryan Garcia? They both.
We talking about the amateurs, bro. I'm talking about what she did in the pros.
I got you.
I'm about what his logic is because he's saying
she's 30 years old.
He said the amateur is mainly is geared towards more boxers than it is power punching. So I'm saying, if you using that logic, then you would say that Antoine will beat Boots now.
No, listen to what I'm telling you. A better comparison because Boots is also a knockout artist. So we don't know if Gary could take the same type of shots whenever Boots is unleashed on him with no headgear, smaller gloves. We don't know. A better example would be listen. A better example would be Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia. Devin Haney by far is a way better boxer. Way better boxer.
No, because I've seen it.
You're going way left.
But what I'm saying is, I seen Boots and Antoine fight with no headgear. What are you talking about? I seen them fight with no headgear. They fought with no headgear in the amateurs.
You gotta chill.
I seen them fight in the amateurs with
no
headgear.
Weird quickly. No. All I'm saying is
your logic that you're making, it doesn't really make sense. It doesn't really make sense.
It wouldn't be a shot. Nah, definitely OTB. Salute, bro.
It does make sense because when you wear headgear and bigger gloves, you're at a disadvantage if you're a knockout artist.
My point is they wasn't wearing headgear.
My point is
and Antoine is more
that was the amateur.
And Marshall were. Shields and Marshall were.
Yo. Shields was 16. That girl was a grown woman. That girl was 21. She won by like 7 shots. Look. They were supposed to fight again but Marshall lost every time they was supposed to fight again. What I'm saying is, that girl, there was a girl fighting a woman at the time. They both women now. Do you see the energy that Savannah Marshall got when Shields is in front of her? This not the amateurs, bro. These folks is grown women. They grown as hell.
Yeah, this
two different.
Like,
Shields
I just think at this level,
Shields has fought better fights to prepare her. Shields fought better fights to prepare herself for a fight like this. Savannah Marshall Savannah Marshall, Shields like third best opponent. Be real with you, like her third or fourth.
I got you, and I don't argue with the resume, but I'm telling you, if you think it's gonna be a hard.
She's so good. Why does she have such a weak resume in the pros? Like, why is she avoiding all the tough fights? And Savannah Marshall is so like, I don't understand why we think Savannah Marshall is so good.
I don't understand that argument. Why is she avoiding all the top fighters when, if you believe Shields is the number one, that's who she's fighting?
Right, but who is she?
She's not even fighting Shields yet, though. She's not even fighting her yet. Like,
true.
We talking about what she has done. She ain't fought Shields yet.
She ain't fought Shields yet. She's fought no one.
She fought Shields' opponent.
Marshall's next fight is supposed to be with who you consider the number one.
And then watch this.
She ain't fought nobody else.
Who smoked who out, Tony? She'll smoke this lady out. This lady ain't smoked Shields out. She'll smoke her out.
Shields chased her down, not the other way around. Like if they thought Marshall was so good, they would do her in there.
She was trying to put an end to all this, man. She trying to put an end to all this amateur talk. You know what she doing? I respect it for. My thing is, I seen this before. I went to Shields versus Hamlet in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Shout out to my brother, just do.
All right, G5, appreciate you, bro.
You know what I mean? It's like, I done seen it before because people was telling me Christiana Hammer was gonna be her, and I let y'all trick me too. I believed y'all. I was scared. I went there and everything. I was nervous. Look, I let y'all trick me because I let y'all trick me, Tony. But one thing for sure is I like the build up to this fight. And when Shields dog walk this girl, I need us to keep this same energy. Now this girl is strong. I don't know woman knock out people like her, and I got Aaron Wolf obliviating this woman, but y'all swear don't nobody got knockout power like her, so I need us to keep this energy, you know what I mean? Because when Shields beat her, I need that to be the day where Shields finally get her just due and the respect that she deserves. I need that to be the day.
She should still regardless have her just due for everything she's done. Like, you can't take nothing away from her. Like, and I don't know who is, and I don't know who thought Christina Hammer could beat her because I sure did.
That's what they was telling me.
I don't know who was telling you that. It wasn't
everybody. Me. The media, the goddamn, the build up, the goddamn.
Have you seen what the media people look like? They're fat, out of shape, bacon grease coming off their foreheads. Like, really?
I was so scared. I went to the fight. That's how nervous I was. I was dead nervous.
It's like they just counting the skills. I just keep hearing she gonna knock her out. I ain't hearing nothing else. I just hear she gonna knock her out. I like this
though. We building up an opponent for her though. She need an opponent. She need a.
And this is not the Tony. I'm just saying in the chat. You know, sometimes she gonna knock her out. It's just like, damn, Clarissa got fight. She actually got defense. She ain't the easiest to hit now. Ain't like she be getting tagged up. Everybody fucking shit up now.
What is you talking about, MD? Hey, just you got some weirdos on this month.
Yeah, but this the first time though. OTB, yeah, man.
You done made it big
here, bro. You tripping?
You done made it big, just do. You getting all these trolls coming
out of nowhere.
It's so many people here. Just do her. I was here, Kono here, Tony here.
Tony, he gonna give you a nice little breakdown. At least these dudes just doing drive-bys.
I'm trying to figure out how these people come to somebody else's channel to troll somebody else.
I mean, I told them we was over here on my channel. You know what I mean?
Family brought you trolls for your
birthday. These folks weird though. These folks weird, bro.
Yeah.
See how positive this panel been. The energy been good. Everybody clicking.
This is the thing that I don't understand about trolls. Y'all don't like these motherfuckers, but y'all follow them to troll them. Y'all don't like them, but y'all follow them to troll them to get their views up.
They do. They do like us. They think we look nice. That's why they be trolling. They like
facts, yo.
We so weird, man.
My guy, appreciate you, Rock.
I hear y'all cooking, goddamn it. I hear y'all cooking. Goddamn, just do got trolls crawling from under rocks, coming from out the mountains. Goddamn.
Yeah, I don't know where they coming from.
Appreciate the views.
You better be careful, them shooters.
Appreciate the views, though. Appreciate the views.
It's too much.
That's all it is. They said view that revenue. Keep clicking.
There's too much boxing talk going on.
Yeah, I be trying to let people live. You can have your own opinion. It's cool, but we respectful people up here, man. I see you hear how this conversation was going. You couldn't even tell by the tone of it that two people was disagreeing. Like, you get what I'm saying? It was nice and rolling, nice and smooth.
Right. It's okay. It's okay to disagree. Everybody got
the best. I always say that's where the best conversations come from, especially when it's two logical people having like a logical debate. You know what I mean?
Everybody got their own opinion.
I don't know where these weird people be at, where they come from.
Right. There's nothing wrong with disagreeing with somebody. If you agree with somebody, then y'all ain't gonna have no conversation. Y'all,
you know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna have shit to talk about. I love this shit.
And I always agree with people when they say Clarissa Shields go lose. It's just.
And I mean, until she loses.
Okay,
when people think
right. I respect the winner.
But I want to say this. I want to say this because this is the problem that I have with boxing fans. Okay, Shields is undefeated. Marshall's undefeated. Even if Marshall goes out there and sleeps her, right? Let's just say she sleeps her. I don't care if it's in the first round. That still doesn't mean Shields was a bad fighter. It still doesn't take away the fact that she was a 3-division champion. It still doesn't take away the fact that she went over to MMA to try it out, which other boxers won't even do. So
and won.
She's still great in her own right.
Yes.
It's just like with the Bud EJ. It's just like with the Bud EJ. I already know what's gonna happen. Whichever one wins, the other one's gonna get shit.
She ain't messing. She gonna get tagged.
Like I said, I always say, I'm a fan of boxing. So whoever won, they was the better man that night. It is what it is.
That's a fact.
That's all it is.
And I'm right back supporting them in their very next fight, like it never happened. Right there.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna think no less of EJ if he lose. I'm not gonna think no less of Bud if he lose. It was just the better man won that night.
Yeah,
look. I still like Dillian White. I picked him for 3 years to beat Tyson Fury, maybe longer, and he went in there and got the living shit beat out of him. Gave me my first prediction loss. Like I just got my first loss.
For real.
And you picked White? Oh man.
You gonna get a couple more. You get a couple more, trust. You get a couple more. We all got it. We all shot, bro.
Tony got Cambosis and Marshall.
Oh hell no!
Hold on. Time out. Yes, hold on.
BP.
Yes. Cambosis to Marshall. I never said she was gonna beat Shields. I never said Marshall was gonna beat her. I said it's gonna be a tough fight.
I tried to throw that in there.
I can't co-sign with Marshall. Like that's a different debate. But Cambosis, I think he's gonna go and walk Devin.
Why though? Why though? Why, Tony?
Hey, whatever you smoking over there, brother, I need some of that.
What's the bet, Tony? You know what I mean? Whatever you want to bet, brother, please let me in on this.
Man, put the mortgage on it. You got Cambozo dog walking dead, and then you woke up, bro.
Let me ask this question to all of y'all. I'm gonna tell you where my mind is. I'm gonna tell you why, and I'm gonna explain it right here, real fast. Hey, you can laugh, but listen to what I'm about to tell you. It's gonna make sense. How many fighters that are young has Devin Haney fought that's his same size in his entire career? How many?
How many fighters that he fought same size?
One. He's fought one that was his size with damn near his same reach, and the dude was a D-level fighter in Santiago. Santiago gave Devin Haney all types of hell with the jab. He was getting all types of hell, and that's a D-level fighter. Now, for the first time in Devin's career, he's going to fight a guy, again, same size, young. The difference here is Cambosis, if he's not just as fast as Devin, he's barely slower. If his hands are just as fast as Devin's, they're just a tad bit slower. But those hands are coming with a hell of a lot more power. You're also talking about a guy who may not have known. Devin's got no power. I'm sorry. Devin was born with power.
Hold up, time out. You said hell of a lot more power. He only has 10 knockouts. He only has 10.
I got you. I got you.
Oh, he's a commercial hater.
Real quick, y'all. Real quick. Hey, Tony. How much you want to put on this fight, bro? Because I ain't going to even have a discussion.
You know what Cambo's do?
We talked about that before, bro. I just want to bust your bank. That's all I want to do.
Exactly.
I want to bust your bank.
Let me tell you.
Oh, you said put all that. Let's get the
prediction. You like Cambosos? He got all this power, this super combination stuff. You never seen, I never seen. Hey, just put your money on Cambosos, bro. That's all I want to do. I don't even want to debate with you about this clown dude, Cambosos, dog. I just want to put your bank, that's it. That's all I want to do.
Cambosos is a lot better than what you giving him credit for. He's
not a bad.
Can I ask you a question, guy?
Just do say it the best, man. Just do say it the best.
I watched the guy fight.
Split decision king.
Yeah,
split decision king. Bro, he lost a split decision of
just do say it the best, man. Split decision king.
Like,
real quick.
Just do be dropping gems, man. Just do drop gems. That was a gem right there, dog.
Real quick, T. You said hold up, Crush.
I keep cooking. Appreciate all y'all.
Hold up, I got a question. He said Cambosos is a hell of a boxer.
Appreciate you.
Where was you talking about Cambosos before he fought Tio?
So let me tell you. I picked Cambosos, who was a virtual unknown, to beat Tio. I didn't only just pick him to beat Tio. Hold on. Let me finish.
I said, when was you talking about
I'm answering your question. I didn't only just pick him to beat Tio. I picked him to beat him in the way that he did. Why? Because when I found out about him, I went back and watched every single fight that I could watch of him. So whether I would have known who he was or who he wasn't before the Tio fight was made is irrelevant, because once I found out about him, I went and watched all his fights.
I did too. And the only reason why I picked Cambosos to win a split decision, and all of these guys can tell you that I picked it as a split decision before the fight came out. The only reason why I picked it is because all of the stuff that Tio was doing before the fight. It had nothing to do with Cambosos' skills. It was what Tio was doing.
Tio would have fought focus, he would have.
Let me tell you something. Tio could have came to that ring on Valdez's tee, and he still would have got his ass whooped.
Bro, then how did he? Did you see Cambosos' face after that fight? And Tio fought arguably the worst fight of his career, the worst game plan I've ever seen. And Cambosos got dropped in the 9th or the 10th by Tio, who was doing jack shit. He was fighting horrible, and he still got rocked. If Tio would have came to that fight focused and prepared, he would have stopped him.
Let me ask you this: after he got dropped, what happened?
He did well, no doubt about it. Why did he get dropped in the first? He got
up off the canvas and went on to beat the shit out of Tio even more.
That's a fact. And he was getting the shit beat out of him too. That motherfucker like ran into a lawnmower blade.
And nobody's questioning. Here's the problem with what you're saying. Nobody's questioning whether Tio had power or not. If somebody's got power, they hit you.
I'm not talking about power. Tio fought a horrible fight.
Shit out of Tio. So bad. Possible fight that he could have fought against him.
He beat Tio on the worst night of his career, and he still took his own leg. He's so good.
If he would have fought Lomachenko the same way that he fought Cambosos, he would have lost to Lomachenko.
Let me put it like this. Let me say this real fast to y'all. I wish Tio believed what y'all believe. Because after the fight, he said he didn't want a rematch. After the fight, he's running his ass up to 140 to avoid fighting him again. I got believe what y'all believe.
Let me do you one better. Tio also did an interview where he said before Cambosos was even signed, back when they were still trying to talk about him and Devin Haney, he revealed that the plan was always to go to 140 after that fight that they had, regardless win or lose, or regardless of who the opponent was. So I don't necessarily think he was running from Cambosos. Tio said that was the plan from jump, because he couldn't make the weight no more.
Let me tell you what the problem with that is, what you just said. Let me tell you what the problem with that is.
I didn't say Tio said.
Hold on, listen to me. Cambosos, before he picked Lomachenko, which turned into Devin Haney, he said, okay, Tio, I'll fight you at 140 for the rematch. Where the fuck was Tio?
Probably doing cocaine and hookah somewhere. Shit, I don't know.
Probably doing backflips in the stadium with nobody in it. That's what he was doing.
Either way.
Oh shit!
Cambosos is not beating Devin Haney.
Good talk
at all, bro.
Good boxing talk.
Now, how much you want to put down on it?
Cambosos not beating Haney, Tony.
Kambosos could have lost this. Like, what is we acting like Kambosos got a virtuoso performance versus Tio? He did not.
The biggest problem.
I'm telling you.
Loma gonna be his ass beat.
Dude's been slept.
Getting there with Tank. And just fucking stop. I hope somebody get their hands on Loma. I can't wait to see this because you got.
I can't wait to Dev get his hands on Kambosos.
I love that shit.
That's what I'm waiting for, goddamn.
It's next month.
Goddamn.
Yeah, I get that shit for my birthday. My birthday is June 13th. I get Dev on the
gonna come faster than you think.
Ah, there, that right. It is in June.
Boys, brother, appreciate you for stopping through. Y'all do boy a favor, smash that like button.
So Kambosos got the bigger win. That means if Devin Haney beat Kambosos, he got the bigger win.
Right, I don't want to hear no talk about Kambosos being a nobody after Dev whoop his ass. I don't want to hear he caught lightning in a bottle with all this shit. Nah, y'all said Kambosos the Empress, so when Dev be heavy, I'm gonna need him to get all that clout.
Again, I keep it. I stay unbiased all the way through. If Devin can beat him, which I doubt, he will be the best of the division. It's no Lomachenko is the best. There's no debate. Devin Haney's number one because right now, George Kambosos is the king of the division.
I'm just trying to figure out
Kambosos got the belt. He ain't the king of the division.
He's the longest reigning champion. Devin the longest reigning champion, bro. He the king.
It don't matter. Devin's got.
And if Devin,
wait, time out. It doesn't matter that he's a longer reigning champion because here's the facts of the matter. Everybody before Tio beat Loma considered Lomachenko as the number one in the division, the most proven in the division. Everybody considered Loma that. When Tio beat him, he became the number one. When Tio lost, he lost the number one to the guy who beat him, who just so happened to be George Kambosos. Devin Haney,
he ain't Pete. Loma ain't a walk in the park.
Devin Haney right now is in the position to become number one, but he has to win.
Yeah.
All I'm saying
okay.
is,
I got you. No, I agree with you. My question is, once Kambosos got all the belts, why was he on the internet selling ass like an IG shot, begging somebody to come pick him up and buy his fight and fight him for his belt? He was selling ass to the high fitter, going to every fight, strapping his little ass around his little mini skirt. Ooh, I got belts. Somebody come pick me. And Tank told him to go kick rock. He couldn't get the Ryan Garcia fight. He was trying to do the long thing. Devin was there the whole time. If he was the king of the division, why wasn't people beating down his door for that fight? He was chasing people down, begging them to fight.
Yeah.
No king. Nobody give a fuck about Kambosos.
To that, Tony, I'm gonna say Lomachenko chose not to fight Devin Haney.
Yeah, I felt like he did. I don't want to call it a dub. I just felt like he chose not to fight.
So using once again, let me go back. So using that logic, what you said about Kambosos, why he's number one. That makes Earl Spence number one in the welterweight. Exactly, right?
He is number one in the welterweight.
I'm just saying because a lot of Bud fans keep saying that Bud is number one.
No. I've never said that. Here's the fact of the matter. Even before Earl Spence had all the other belts, Earl Spence became number one at welterweight when he beat Kell Brook. And he's been number one at welterweight since he beat Kell Brook. That's just the fact.
I mean, you're the only Bud fan that I see that said that. Everybody else, all the other Bud fans said Bud was number one.
So here's what you got to look at. For me, here's what I look at. Who was the man of the division of welterweight? It was Kell Brook. Who did Kell Brook lose his belt to? Earl Spence. Because Kell Brook was number one, because Mayweather had retired, Kell Brook took over as number one, and Spence beat him. Spence has been number one.
Yeah, he consistent.
He's the number one guy.
You're absolutely right, and that's the logic that we use. I'm just going by the other Bud fans that always say Bud is number one because he beat Sean Porter.
I think Tony a little more logical than them other ones. Them other fans.
Bullshit right there. Look. At the end of the day, it's like the
I'm about to say.
It's like the A side, B side conversation. To me, the A-B side has nothing to do with who's the number one guy in the division. It's got to do with solely one thing: who puts the most asses in the seat?
Yeah,
money.
Absolutely.
Because I'm gonna put it like this:
Agreed.
Adrian Broner is pure ass right now. He couldn't win to save his life. He's gonna go in there, stand in front of you like a punching bag and lose. But
don't do AB like that, Tony.
Yeah, come on, man.
He's the
A-side.
Hey, Tony with the AB slander, man.
No can man slander.
Nah, I'm fucking.
The first part of AB career better than most people's whole career.
Yes, but here's the problem. AB's no longer in the first part of his career.
We ain't talking about that, Tony.
I said what I said. Let me restate what I said. I said today, AB is trash. However,
that's different.
Listen to me. Let me finish. However, if AB fights any of these guys, he's by default the A side because everybody's gonna show up to see him.
That's where he is.
Right. No, I agree with that.
100%. Nah, we right. He just my boy don't let his hands go.
And he beat that boy.
He still can fight, but he don't let the hands go. That's all.
On phone him, he beat that boy.
He beat that boy. You know what I'm saying?
No, he beat that boy.
Hey, B brought me back to boxing, bro, for real. He brought me back. I had got away from it, but little dude brought me back.
Yeah, I seen my boy perform at the Barclays. I had fun watching him do his thing.
Yo, that Can Man speaks like one of the top 3 greatest post-fight moments in boxing.
Mayweather.
That's
one of the best Can Man.
Ain't it, OG?
Anybody can get.
Anybody
can get.
He's stupid.
Africans, Mexicans, Dominicans.
Yeah, man.
Remember they try to bring that up and make him about AB.
Let me say this real fast about AB. I believe Mayweather ruined him because Mayweather should have let him get the rematch with Maidana instead of fighting Maidana himself. He ruined AB.
Nah, they ruined him by letting him jump them damn weight classes and talk him down. He jumped on.
Right, bro. He did it too fast, bro. He changed ratings too fast. He did it too fast.
He didn't let himself acclimate.
He should have had bet like a guy like AB needed a good, like a better, like he needed somebody to be like, nah, bro, you probably.
No, let me tell you what the greatest thing AB ever did. It wasn't the Can Man. It was whenever he got on his knee, proposed to that girl, and he's like, "Will you brush my hair?"
Will you brush my hair?
That boy is foolish,
Nothing wrong with that man, bro.
Hey, you're right, Tony. That was the greatest. I forgot about that.
Somebody said, "Will you brush my hair?" I said,
brush my hair.
I know y'all remember when that man slipped off that skateboard like that. Hey, man, I should go find it. I know I could find a little clip.
Oh, don't do him like that.
AB slipped off the skateboard. That shit was funny as hell. He had that shit was funny. Up on the skateboard fooling. Bust his damn ass.
Damn, AB.
I seen a little video. He got hair again. This AB got braids and shit going on.
Oh, I saw Jim.
Yo, for real.
I saw a video.
Yeah, the gloves was fresh back.
So Haney afro was that?
Yo, for real.
Real Bill afro.
Say they training back. I was hearing them throw around Omar Figueroa.
He's back in the gym, bro.
It's just a matter. It's crazy because the last fight he had with that dude Giovanni Santiago. It's like typical shit, like him just not letting his hands go enough. But if you went back and watched like the highlights, and reason I say highlights because it's a nice little body of work of when he was throwing his hands, how it looked. And I'm telling you, this dude's still sharp. He's still accurate. He still could. You know what I mean? It's something mental with him. And it's like, you know what I mean? He said it. That Maidana fight fucked him up.
You never overcame that shit, bro.
You seen it. You seen when Maidana knocked him down, bro. The look on his face, like that shit. Like he was like, what the fuck?
And the more I think about it and seeing how his jaw was looking, the more I feel like, yo, them gloves was sus, man. I ain't say they was loaded, but I'm talking about not having pads.
All back.
You remember when
Robert
Garcia
they showed you them gloves?
These the same gloves we used.
They showed you. They showed you them gloves one right. When Flo said, "Ain't no pattern these gloves." He said, "These the same gloves we used against A."
That's a telltale sign. I'm like, and just look at the damage. I know people gonna be like, "Yo, he was getting his ass whooped." Nah, man, he wasn't like he was getting beat repeatedly in that same spot. I'm just like, look how that shit look. You never. Like, that should just look a little bit outside the norm. Like, you know what I mean? It look bigger than just because you was beating him up. Like, why is his shit looking like that, bro?
It's the expression for me too, bro. Like every fight that, like, in retrospect, we found out that there was some funny business going on with people's gloves or the wraps or objects in glove, whatever the case. And all of those fights, you go back and look, when the person got hit, there's this expression they all get. When they fall, it's like this real wide-eyed one, like there, like whoa, like that was something else. Like that'd be sucks when people do that.
Remember how Cotto was looking?
Exactly.
Like he just didn't want to get hit no more. Like it was something other than just a punch going on.
Exactly.
At the time, we don't know, but we knew at the time. We like, yo, why he reacting? Like he looked like he just don't want it no more.
No, Cotto said as the fight got later on in the rounds, he said the punches started getting harder and harder. And he was
That's because that plaster was hardening.
Right, he was trying to figure out how was his punches getting harder, and we in the late rounds.
Yeah,
he was like his punches didn't have no sting at the beginning of the early rounds. It wasn't until you got to like round 7 and on, those punches started getting harder. He was trying to figure out why was they getting harder.
That sweat got in there with that powder and turned to plaster, and then they beat his brains out.
Man,
and the way he was retreating, bro.
That face too in one of the Golovkin fights. He had the same expression. Same expression. He went down on him like, what?
But you know, that fight, truthfully, against Margarita really ruined Cotto, because that was the last time Cotto ever really went to the body.
We definitely shaved some fights off Cotto's career with that fight. Cheating ass. I was glad he got his get back. Man, I was happy for that dude. Whooped his ass in that rematch.
Yeah, he did.
I'm glad, man. He deserved to get that. Beat Margarita, and then got caught by Shane Moses, his trainer. And now Steve Richardson caught his ass trying to cheat too. Cheating ass motherfucker, man. No one talks about them hand wraps. Yeah, they be wanting to sweep that type of stuff on them. Stormy Beach, salute, bro. Appreciate you for stopping through. Yeah, they be trying to sweep them stories like that under the rug. But we know what time it was, man. He really kept, and I'm like, man, he really tried to cheat again. Got caught by Mosley trainer, and then went out there and got knocked out. Oh man, I was loving that. Yo, I'm like, yes, man, ain't no better. That's instant karma right there. When you get caught, just catch him, let the fight go on, let him go get that ass whooping that he was trying to avoid getting. Hell yeah, best way to do it.
They did the same thing with O'Shaquie Foster. When they tried to cheat him with the gloves, he went out and stopped that boy.
And my thing for these people, these detractors that's always talking about, well, the commission signed off on this and that. Don't give me that shit, because it's the trainers that's catching these dudes. It's not even the commission. Whereas like that shit would have went right past these dudes, man. You gotta really do your own due diligence, man. Don't put it past nobody, motherfuckers that try to cheat. I'm saying that shit just crazy, playing with somebody's life like that, man. I remember Kovalev used to be trying to like pack the glove, and you can't do that. You ain't supposed to do it. Remember, he used to be in the back leaning on the gloves and trying to put all the weight and tactic fits. Because I think it was a different tactic that they used to use, but it was definitely like it was
punch the wall.
I guess illegal. Yeah, I think he's like you can't do that type shit.
Punch the wall, yeah.
He was trying to maneuver the padding in the glove.
Yeah, if you're a real puncher, you don't got to do none of that. This is the shit that be pissing me off. Like, yo, y'all be going through too much to try to win, bro. Just be natural and do it. You can't do it, get out the sport.
You know who gets away with that? You know who gets away with illegal wraps? Canelo, because he stacks them. He likes to put the gauze and they tape it and they re-gall it. And it's illegal. It's always been illegal, but it's legal for Canelo.
I never thought about that. I'm gonna look at that, because I wouldn't doubt.
Just look up wrap stacking. Because I think it was Triple G that called him. doing it. And they changed the rules and they made it legal for him.
Wow. Yeah, they changed it. Yeah, they just saying, don't get me started on that.
They had been the hell out of the rules for cinnamon clitoris, huh?
Hey Tony, who you said called? You said it was Triple G?
I think it was Triple G. I don't know.
That called it out, he said.
I would have to Google it. But I think it was going into the Triple G fight, the first one, that they called him and they called him out on it, and then the commission changed it to where now it's legal. Even though it's been illegal for as long as boxing has been boxing, but it's legal for him.
Wow.
So what it is what it is, and like I said, you could Google it to look it up, but pretty much what it is you put gauze over your hand, right? And whenever you gall it one time, like you normally would, then you take the tape and you put it over the gauze and you kind of create like a hard layer, like almost like a cast. It's almost like building a cast over your head. Then you go over that tape with the normal gauze, and then you do it like you normally would. Then tape it down in between the fingers, and then take the wrist off.
Cheating ass motherfucker. Your teacher Broner was ruined after Maidana. Like that Pacquiao fight with him not letting his hands go like that. That just told you how much. It's like, I guess PTSD almost, you want to call it. Like he that shit is on his mind every time he in the ring, man. And he just, the shots be there and he just don't take them. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy you said that, crazy.
It's frustrating to see how he lose, yo. Because he don't lose because he's outskilled. He lose because he get outworked.
Hold up real quick.
Every single time. Every single time. Every single time. And it's frustrating to watch. It's like, man, you gotta let your hands go, dude.
You know what's more frustrating? What's more frustrating than that? Whenever you see him go to his corner and his whole corner's like, yeah, you won that round. No, you didn't throw one punch.
AB said that fight, the Maidana fight did it.
Hey, Just do. It's your birthday. I know we talking boxing. I ain't heard nobody inhale nothing. I'm at work and about to roll the fuck up.
Oh.
Happy birthday,
hold on.
man. Shit.
I got you.
Shit.
Say no more, man, bro. Say no more. Say no more. Say no more, man. I got something right over there. Hey,
I've been did that. I've been did that when I first came on.
But you know what's crazy about AB? He got a fucking chin. He got a chin.
He got a beard on him.
Damn, yo, that's frustrating. It's like, do he know that? Yo, dude, let your hands go. These dudes, they ain't punching like that. Ain't no more Maidana, bro. Ain't no more of them.
But
like you said, just with the PTSD.
Cause word.
Look, I seen this Derrick James interview after the Ugas fight. He brought up something I hadn't thought about. And he was talking about how all that damage Ugas took. He was like, man, he may never be the same after this. And he was saying after people take beatings like that, it's not just the physical damage and the recovery. He was like, dudes be having nightmares and shit. I was like, damn. So that shit probably happened to AB.
Yeah. And that little rant after that Pacquiao fight, that was just denial and just like not being real with yourself in the moment, being emotional and like, you know what I'm saying? And it probably in his mind, he like, shit, my face clean, I didn't take that much damage. That's because you ain't really giving that much of a target, bro. And you know what I mean? And you actually in spots defended yourself well or block punches or whatever the case, but you just didn't throw your hands. So my whole thing, how you think you beat that man when you didn't throw enough punches to even beat him? Like you stood there. And then like he got caught with one good shot I seen early and kind of covered up good. But I'm like, yo, you got a chin, dude. It's like, I guess that's what clicked back in. He get hit good and it's like, oh shit. Nah, man, trust in your chin, man. Ain't nobody even came close to really dropping you since Maidana. Ain't came close. You done dropped motherfuckers, man. That's what I'm saying. You gotta have more confidence in himself if he gonna continue fighting. Cause it's frustrating. I hate to see that dude lose like that, yo. I hate to see it, yo. I hate to see it because you're not letting your hands go. Not because these dudes better boxers. You just not letting your hands go, so you give yourself almost no chance. You know what I'm saying? That's why his last fight was so close. But I'm telling y'all now, anybody that didn't catch it, Just go watch the highlights. You will see exactly what I'm saying. I ain't being a fan of nothing. Look at them little highlights when he was letting the hands go, ripping combinations, and he still got some sting on his shot. I'm like, yo.
Yeah, he hurt Santiago a couple times.
You get what I'm saying? Buckled his, I think it was an uppercut, something. He caught on, like, yo, this dude still got it, yo. He just won't let his hands go.
He still got it, man. He just got to get past that. I understand, like I said before, this is a gladiator sport. So when you change up certain things, your reaction to certain, damages is going to be different. So when people fail to realize that, they're used to being punching getting hit with padded gloves for years, and then out of nowhere, someone comes with something that's totally different from what you've been taught your whole entire life. You're not going to be mentally the same. And these people sit here and try to get down on AB, and I'm like, I wonder if anybody really got trouble or got dropped before, because they don't understand that they understood they wouldn't come at AB the way that they do.
Yeah.
And it's
you know what else I think kind of hurt him too?
Not a bump.
Nah, not by far. I always say to people when they get to going too hard, I'll be like, yo, you just give me a bump that beat him, and I won't say nothing else. Like, he ain't lost to no bumps. These fights be winnable fights. It's just, and we all say the same thing, got outworked. You know what I mean? He didn't let his hands go. It's not like, yo, this dude just was that much better. That's never the case. And I think what killed him a little bit in his career too, he started out at those lighter weights where those dudes weren't, he already is not a particularly too big of a dude anyway. And those guys that he was fighting, a lot of those dudes wasn't too big either. So he was able to kind of like walk forward, walk them down, throw those single shots and win like that. Cause you know, he didn't need too many punches to like break these dudes. He could afford to fight that way, picking shots here or there at that smaller weight. Once he got up to, 47, that same approach won't win. Like, you just got dudes that's really like active. They letting their hands go. You not the bigger dude no more. So you not every little shot you hit them with, you don't have them worried about shit. These dudes bigger, they can take more punishment and they coming different. And I think that's from a strategy standpoint, that kind of stagnated him too. Like your approach to the fights, you fight like you at the lighter weights. Dude, you already small and you moving up in weight. These dudes ain't coming with that shit. They coming Look how Mike Down and jumped on him. And they knew it.
Yeah, and you gotta remember, he skipped the 140. He didn't even have a fight at 140.
I always said it.
You into consideration, man. He went from 135 to 147 and fought a strong guy who had some fixed gloves. You do the same thing and see if you won't be throwing punches like him that you won't be talking about. I'm sure most people never been in the fist fight when he talks.
Like I feel like this shit with him is like it's deeper than just like what people think, and that's why I don't go too crazy on him. It's just frustrating to see him lose, but I'm like, he really need to it's some shit mental, man, that's stopping that man from letting them hands go. And like I said, that Vlad interview told me a lot. That's why I respect him. I'm like, man, he kept it real, man.
And you think maybe he jumped to welterweight a little
fact,
quick for
100%,
100%,
100%.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you think maybe he was in a rush for like money reasons, since the welterweight you get
arrogance to me, and not having the people to tell him to pull him back from himself.
Man, they pumped AB up, man. That's what happened. They pumped AB up. Because AB wouldn't have been thinking about going to curling over 140. He would have lost and went to 140 and dominated 140.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just like you should have dominated 35.
You know what's another misconception? The fact that he wanted to be so much like Floyd Mayweather. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying. I think it's certain shit about Floyd, no doubt, that he liked and he wanted to replicate. But I'm pretty sure the first people that said that was media before him, comparing him before he ever opened his mouth about if he anything like Floyd. And then it's like he fed into that shit after a while and started behaving in a way that just wasn't beneficial for his career. In my opinion, that's what I thought. I don't think he just naturally said, you know what, I want to do. You know what I mean? Of course, you want to look up to him, but I think people blew that up more than it was him doing
it. Yeah. That's the thing. People not taking that into consideration. That's why we know who really be watching what and how long they been watching it, man. Because the people really understood what was going on with AB. Like, a lot of them don't even know he went from 135 didn't go to 140. He skipped over that shit and went to 147. They don't
and then fought one of the softest punchers at 47 in Paulie. Like I said, I was in the building for that one. And you went from Paulie to Marcos Maidana. I just don't see, like, you really went from the lightest, touch as far as in terms of punching power to somebody that's cracking. And with way more experience. Like, I just didn't see why that made sense. Like, I've always felt like they were supposed to, that nobody, who was calling for that fight? No fucking body. You're not even in that weight class, dude. Who the fuck? Like, I really want to know that one. Like, how did that start? And who the fuck told you to go up there and bother that boy up there at 47, man?
Hey, dude, I'm about to hop off. I appreciate you letting me on.
Appreciate you, Tony. Appreciate you, bro.
Happy birthday again.
Appreciate you. Yeah, I was like, man, who the
fuck my man up?
Yo, who the fuck told him that shit? Like, when I started to like think about it after the loss, you start thinking about shit. I'm like, hold on, this dude went from 35 to 47, and then you played with Paulie, and you seen that was a good fight, competitive. Like, why? I believe it was even more competitive. That's your first time at the weight. I believe you had to properly acclimate to these weight classes, especially when you are a naturally small dude, and that's just what he is. And it's like you had to take your time, and you rushed it. And I just don't think nobody asked for that. And once the first thing that pissed me off, they asked him, "Do you know who you fighting?" He said, "Yeah, Maidana Matisse," some shit like that. I'm like, oh man, he playing around, man. He not taking it serious, bro. That shit had me hot. I'm like, this dude coming to hurt you, and you playing with him. He ain't playing with you. Maidana stood up to him. He ain't back down. He was on his shit, man. They said it. They knew they didn't necessarily want a rematch because they said they didn't feel like it would go the same way. They understood from a strategy standpoint that they caught him at a good time. You know what I'm saying? They caught him. They like, yo, this kid don't like to throw a lot of punches, such and such. And it just was the perfect game plan. Swarming them with them fucking overhands. Shit, you could tell them that shit was successful. Shit, it caught Floyd. He caught Floyd with a few of them bitches. He won twice. He took his girl. Yeah, Paulie was hot. You know what was revealing just for joke purposes when they was going back and forth after the fight. Pete, what Paulie Malignaggi said, "Don't brag about taking my side piece. You don't get laid." Just think about what he just said on national television. You just told your girl you cheat. You just said, "Don't brag about taking my side piece." So if you had a current girl right then and there, you just told on yourself. I always laughed at that dude for saying that. I was like, Broner had that dude pissed off, man. Appreciate you, Teach. He had that boy pissed off who beat his ass.
Facts. Probably had to go home and explain that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what you mean don't brag about taking your side piece?
Side piece. I'm like, yo, did he just say that on national television?
You ain't got no side piece, Paulie.
Bro, you just told on yourself. Like, if you had a girl right there, nigga, she on your top when you got, and you just lost, she don't even respect you at this point. She think about hitting AB in the DM. Yeah, she probably about fuck around, hit AB in the DM. You fucking around, man.
That's a fact. The main piece too, nigga.
Had that jewelry on. That's when he was still getting his hair brushed. Had the wave. I enjoyed that night, man. And I got to see J-Rock on that card too. Julian Williams early in his career. When he was like, what was it, 10-0? He was early in his career, 10 or 12-0, one of them.
Early on, he was dynamic.
Mm-hmm. I still remember to this day the only time I picked against Charlo in his career was against J-Rock. I'll never forget. Because at that time, to me, J-Rock, you gotta think, he was punching, he was like walking through these dudes, he was handling these dudes. Like, I ain't see him get hurt. Now, I'm not saying I didn't think he could get hurt, but I thought his chin was a little different. I'm like, yo, he looking like he'd be able to stand up to Charlo Power. And I just knew from a skill standpoint, he could compete. And that's what you seen up until the knockout. But if somebody would have told me on fight night, Charlo would have came in there looking like a middleweight, and J-Rock would have been looking like a junior middleweight where they was at, I wouldn't have picked him. That shit looked crazy to me. I don't know if y'all felt like that watching it, but J-Rock looked like he rehydrated a lot. He was ripped up. He was in shape, but I'm like, yo, Charlo looked big as hell, man. He landed that uppercut out. Like, God damn. Now, the only time I picked against him, I was wrong on that one. I thought J-Rock had him. Caught my boy J-Rock with that jab, put him down. Like, dang. He on J-Rock ass, man. Core was good. You took Charlo. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you got me on that one. How you brag about taking a man's side piece and tell him to calm down. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. You already know. We will keep it rocking. My brothers came through the live and spicing up the live. Told you I don't do much. I'm simple. I'm party, so all that going out, like, I ain't, that ain't my thing. That ain't my thing. I'm old with kids. I got kids. I don't be caring about going out.
Fact. You gonna drink on a little something tonight or just smoke?
They my people in there trying to get me to sip on something. Talking about some margaritas. I'm like, all right, I'll drink something because I don't really drink. So you mix a drink up, shit, make it all right. I'll sip on it. I just don't like hangovers and shit. I can't get up in the morning. I feel like shit. I hate that shit.
Right, I can smoke all night and be Gucci in the morning, bro.
Right with the side piece, you stay stupid, bro. That shit was awkward. He had Paulie hot. Bro. That boy was hot. He pissed off he lost. Took your belt and your girl. Whatever he said, so he was talking mad shit. Paulie lost me, though, man. He started being a little racist or whatever. I don't know what's up. What happened to bro?
Two colors came out. That's all.
Man, it's like you got compromised. You just start talking crazy. I'm like, yeah, Paul, you on bullshit, though.
Yeah, I was about to say D3. He just started being honest. That's all. Some of the conversation he had in private the whole time.
That's all. That's all you always saw.
Silly, man.
That dude probably said some goofy shit. He said the time of the black murderers row or any time like that is over. It's not a time of the European fighter. Some goofy shit. Like, yo, come on, bro. All right, father. Well, somebody, you should have told your side piece that she ain't seem to get the memo.
Yes, the dummy with his foolish ass.
He took it so personal. The side piece, he get so upset with it. Gonna get upset about a side piece. Nigga, you must have loved that side piece. Pissed off.
Yo, for real.
I don't go on talking about now my name, that's just you wouldn't have said nothing, period, nigga. If she was just a side, you wouldn't even mention that she was a side piece. You have a motherfucker thinking that he got over it, then if he realized later it wasn't your woman, he ain't gonna worry about that.
Yeah, Paulie out of his element. Paulie was sick that day.
Hey, he was screaming at the top of his lungs.
Yo, for real. I'm bragging about taking my side piece. You don't get laid. You don't get laid. Who you talking about? AB out here making pornos and everything. What you talking about? What you ain't heard, man? They make a serious run about the title. I'm telling you, I really mean this wholeheartedly. I'm not no boxer. I'm not no trainer. I understand the damage he took, but if he could, like, you know, come up with an agreement to himself to throw a certain amount of punches regardless of what, I think we could see a good performance, man. It's just like, I forgot going into that Pacquiao fight, you know, an interesting stat that probably went over people's head. It stuck out to me because, you know, the main talk was, you know, AB ain't gonna let his hands go. And it's funny because I think coming into that fight, I have to go back and look and see if I could find it. But if I'm not mistaken, I could have swore they said he was averaging more punches thrown than Pacquiao. I don't know, or something. I know I'm not tripping. They said it was a stat they put up there, and I'm like, damn, because I remember thinking, like, you know what? All he got to do is keep up with the amount of punches that he been throwing in his most recent fights, and he'd be all right. But he got in there and did like less than half of that or some shit. And I'm like, yo, I just can't. I couldn't understand it. I was like, yo, if you would have did that, whatever stat that was that they put up there, and I'm confident it was a punch stat about how many punches he throw. If he could have kept up with that pace in that fight, he could have get his chances of winning just go up a whole lot, yo. Like, that shit is crazy because he's accurate. So you just got to go off what you know. When the man is letting his hands go, anytime he did it, he's been accurate. It's just when he's not throwing his hands, he get outworked and it shit look bad. You let people pile up round after round, and it's like it's just like he mentally check out and he become cool with not getting knocked out. Like, all right, cool, I lost that round, but you ain't knocked me out type shit. And that's what make it bad. So if he could, you know what I mean, if he could really push that punch output to another level, he'd be all right, man. If he can't do that, then it's gonna be a problem. Especially against a dude like Figueroa. Even though Figueroa ain't been his best lately, he took 2 rough losses, but salute, Jay. But he still throw punches, and he like to throw a lot of them bitches. You can't afford to keep fighting people with those type of style matchups that's gonna throw a whole bunch of punches at you while you block everything. Can't do that shit.
I wonder if he chose Figueroa as a style matchup intention to try to rebound from that Maidana backyard type loss for a real active fighter. You know what I mean? If he knows that's probably not his style for him, maybe he's trying to
appreciate
work on that.
Shots not timely. Yeah, I mean, and it's cool, but he gets to the point where, you know, his quality shots just ain't enough. They too far in between, and it's like you can't mount an attack like that. You can't make an argument for rounds where you throwing 10, 12 punches and shit, like 8 punches and shit like that. Like, bro, you got 3 minutes, man. You got to at least throw 40, 50 punches or something, man. Give yourself a realistic shot. And it's like you ain't never really seen him all gassed out. You know what I mean? Regardless of the shit he do outside the ring, once he actually in there, you ain't never seen him all burnt out and gassed out in there. So it's like he just got some issues with trusting in his ability at this point. It seemed like if he could, you know, if he could get his confidence back some type of way, he'd be all right.
What you talking about? You said talking about AB?
Yeah. I just don't want to see him in there to be nobody startup kid. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like fuck that, bro. Hell no. Don't let them do you like that. If I said them highlights from his last fight, that shit showed me something. I'm like, you just get more frustrated because you like it's really still in him. What be going through his head? Throw punches, dude. That dude wasn't knocking you out. You could have fucked him up. Cause what's his name got in there with him and fucked him all up. Like Gary Antoine ain't play no games with him. Got in there and beat the shit out of that boy. Jesse Vargas out here predicting KOs and shit.
He said he gonna get a knockout.
Vargas predicting KO.
He predict he gonna knock out Lynn Smith.
See, now I feel like he gonna get knocked out. Now I feel like
Vargas. God damn, say it with your chest, Jesse. Say it with your chest.
He predicted the KO. This man tripping, bro.
I like his company.
I like that energy. He said I ain't losing no Liam. I'm about to knock him up.
Man, this dude crazy.
I like it. I picked Jesse again just because I think more Jesse.
Oh yeah, Connor, yeah, Johnny Q, yeah, man. That's what I said. That's the only issue I got with Connor. You think he's slick. You got a certain energy for these dudes that ain't on the winning side of things, that ain't been as active and shit like that. And then when they ask you about a real name, you throw it on your team. You alley-oop, you pass it to your team. Nah, bro. Have that same energy when they ask you about one of them killers, man. Because, like I said, if you still rank number 5 in 3 sanctioning bodies, you gotta fight somebody. And I ain't talking about them Van Heerdens and all that shit. That's done. You got 21 fights. It's time to, you know. If he don't properly test himself, he might stagnate his growth and make it worse for himself. And if he do that, then
he gonna be another one of them UK cats who come over here and be a hype train, be real.
Don't take too long to come over the pond and get some of this American smoke, bro. Don't take too long. I respect his development, but I also recognize that if they too careful being careful, they can stagnate his growth. I just can't stress that enough because that's the only thing I'm gonna see out of him fighting these dudes that he's blowing out of there. That does absolutely nothing for him. Maybe And then that's why I said after a while, maybe that start building false confidence. You see what I'm saying? Because now it's like, these dudes ain't testing me. Nah, they ain't testing me. You get up in there with somebody and you might be thinking or expecting, or you too used to having it your way and not being tested, and then you run into a problem. And that's what you don't want. You don't want that to happen by being too safe. Well, hitting right here, man. Crush made me do it.
Hope he get a victory on the comeback fight.
And so y'all got some final picks on the fight.
Yeah. Well, I'm still stuck where I've been at for the most part from the beginning. I still have Amanda doing her thing. I got SHAKUR stopping VALDEZ, please.
I got FRANCHON this weekend. I got SERRANO. I got SERRANO. I got SHAKUR. And I'm gonna do my ammo Cadillac. I say Cadillac. Cordell Booker pick tonight.
You gonna do a video on them?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a video on them.
Okay. Because I'm still on the fence with them too. I played the fence in my video. I played the fence for that when I ain't going live. Like,
which fight? Which fight you say you played the fence on?
Ammo and Cordell Booker. Cause I like both of them dudes, but I feel like it's gonna be more of a challenge. I think. I don't know if Booker ever fought at 60 yet, but maybe it won't. Maybe it won't be much of a problem. I just think Ammo a little stronger. That dude, he a handful, man. I think that's gonna be one of the future world champions for sure. But Cordell, we got some experience for sure, so we'll see how it play out. You just can't get caught with nothing crazy because Ammo, he got that name. I done seen him light motherfuckers up. Once he catch you, he gonna jump. He jump on you, man. Shark in the water, boy. You smell that blood, he on your ass. So I don't know about that one, but yeah, I think I'm gonna rock with SERRANO too. It's just being a more rounded boxer, in my opinion. And like I said, I think she got the better gas tank, more experience. Like she got more knockouts than that chick got fights. So you add her motherfucking knockouts and wins together, she still got more knockouts than her. So it's like I see her finding a way. I think she's gonna push the pace, and because of that, I think she's gonna be able to slow Katie Taylor down enough to either beat her on points or stop her late. And because of body work, that's how I see that one. FRANCHON Cruz, that chick, she fighting undefeated. She 8-0, 4 knockouts, but I wouldn't peek at her record. I think FRANCHON Cruz got the slightly better competition. And her pro debut was against the Woke, so it's more of a step up for her opponent than it is for FRANCHON Cruz, in my opinion. I think she gonna win too. I think she gonna do some good body work in that fight too. And she gonna dog it out. So if that chick tough, then it's gonna be a war, I think. They're my picks. That's why, SHAKUR VALDEZ, man. And again, same deal with him. Depending on how much success he having early, for me, is going to determine how he approach that second half of that fight. And if he on his ass early and you can't do nothing with him, in other words, if he don't give SHAKUR something to respect or worry about, like I said, I think at some point he's just going to take the fight to him and push to try to stop him. But I don't think he's going to go outside of himself to do it. I don't think he's going to put himself in, harm's way, if you will, to get the knockout. I think this is going to be his coming out party.
You think there's any chance SHAKUR and VALDEZ turns out like him versus Nakatsuki? let's say, just hypothetically, let's say Valdez is able to catch him with a little something who would like kind of take some power. He's like, ooh, I don't like that. He's trying to box him from the outside the rest of the fight. Like, you think that could happen to you?
I see why you could say that, and that a lot of that is kind of remains to be seen because it's like, you know, we ain't seen him get hit yet, so it's like we could guess, but if I feel like if I'm seeing what I think I'm seeing, I think even if he get hit with a shot, as long as he ain't just completely careless, which he never is, I think he'd be okay. I think you would just have to see him weather a storm or battle some adversity, you know what I mean, if need be. But I think if he is as special as what I think he's gonna be, I think even if he get hit with a decent shot, I think he'd be all right. But
agreed.
I think that Nakathila fight, I think he said something about he wasn't feeling good, something, and I hate to make excuses, but my thing is we all knew looking at the performance something was missing something. We knew that though, like that we know he could pitch shutouts, but he usually more assertive than that, and he just wasn't, and it was something missing. Like he just wasn't taking the chances that he normally take. And I don't think that dude was that good to, you know, stop it. I think something was wrong with him. So my thing is, if you could pitch a shutout and not fully feel like yourself and you ain't good in there, as long as he come in there well prepared and healthy, like I think he gonna be, I think he gonna be just fine. I think he gonna put on a performance that's gonna be, you know, entertaining, whether it's a late stoppage or masterful, you know what I mean? Just like ass whooping, surgical ass whooping. And I ain't saying Valdez ain't got no shot. He obviously gonna land some punches, but I think his best chance is to try to go to the body early on Shakur and try to, you know, take some air out of them tires, because I do believe early he's gonna be able to move. But like I said, he don't use wasted movement, so it's like I think he's gonna move enough, but like I said, if he ain't able to mount his own attack offensively some type of way, whether it's something to the body or you know, catch him with something that just gonna make him respect him, you know, and then confidence gonna grow. And I believe he one of those fighters that ain't gonna be no overconfidence with him. Like if his confidence grows, it's gonna be legit. It's gonna be based off the success he having in that ring. You know what I'm saying? And I think he gonna approach it like that. So if he having success on that, man, I think he gonna press and try to make the fight more exciting. But at the same time, he gonna be smart about it. You know what I'm saying? I think this could be a coming out party. But like I said, Valdez, it's all about him getting Shakur respect and early as possible, because like I said, the more success Shakur have, I think his confidence gonna grow. The more of a rhythm he get into, it's gonna be harder for Valdez to beat him. And one of the most important aspects of this fight, I think, is just like in any Shakur fight, the way he control distance and range, man. You know what range to fight at and what range not to fight at. You know just how much to move out of the way to keep you from hitting him. And you know what I mean? He just know when to get out the way and when to be on offense and when to be on defense. And his transitions from either is just smooth. So
ridiculous.
I just think his IQ is really at the end of the day what's going to be the true key factor outside of the physical shit. You know what I mean? I think just being a smarter dude in there and showing you that he got some of that Floyd type pedigree to the degree, like he ain't got to be the strongest, the fastest, the biggest, none of that, but he gonna be the smartest. And I think as long as he the smartest in there, he gonna find a way to win. And I think, honestly, I think he could do it, you know, impressively. You know what I'm saying? I think he could do it in a way where we could look at him like, damn, this dude, he ready to do some shit.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think if Shakur get in that you know, that rhythm he get into with the shots, if it sounds like a karate movie in the first couple of rounds, he gonna stop that. He get to throwing them shots. Yeah. If he doing that early and Valdez ain't got no answer for him, he gonna stop it. But if it take him a little longer to get into that rhythm, then you know, probably be a decision. But I think the same thing. I think his mastery of distance and range is just, I mean, that alone, he can win fights for the rest of his career on that alone. That one simple aspect, and with how bad Valdez's feet are, this might end up getting bad for a little while. in the bag.
Yeah, I agree for sure. Salute Mike Biggs. If y'all ain't subscribed to Mike Biggs. Good people. Appreciate y'all.
Hey, what's up, Mike? What's going on, bro?
Hopefully this fight doesn't put everybody to sleep. We need Shakur to push the pace and like dude. Yeah, I get you. And I don't think it'd be boring. And like I think, you know, Shakur know that dude will punch, but we also understand that it's gonna take more than that for him. And I know he's gonna approach it like that. Like he got power, but what else do you got? And I just remember that I don't like triangle theories, but sometimes you could take certain shit from certain performances and apply it, you know what I mean, to other fights. And Valdez is who he is. Like I don't see him getting so much tremendously more smarter and just all of a sudden more better because of who he fighting. Let's just be realistic. He gonna be who he is right now. That's just what it is. He been in some wars and he used to having shit his way, the same way Shakur is. But you know, he had some moments, he battled some adversity, definitely been tested. So I don't see him quitting or nothing like that. But if he gets stopped, Shakur gonna earn it for sure. But again,
yeah, you know what I was remembering too, Jesse? Before remember the narrative on Valdez before the Burchell fight? He wasn't seen as this top tier premier champion. Remember, I'll speak for myself. I was picking him to get stopped in that fight. I was picking Burchell to stop him. Like the narrative on Valdez changed so drastically after that Burchell knockout. But I think if he went back to what we were used to seeing and what he's shown in the past in the Conceição fight, like I never felt like Valdez was just super top tier talented killer. Like even in the fights where he had like showed some toughness and like gritted out a tough performance, a broken jaw and all that. He had to use them performances because he was getting that ass beat. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. Like I think again the narrative changed so drastically on him because of the Burchell fight. Then we get the Conceição fight and it's like, okay, back to the usual Oscar. You know, he alright. To me, he's okay. So I think when he get in there with Shakur, I think the real Oscar that he has been able to hide because of the Burchell performance. I think the real Oscar gonna show up again, and we're gonna see him and Shakur just not on the same level.
I agree. I'm telling you. And all that training for knockout shit and not training to win rounds is gonna come back to hurt you, man. I know I just can't be making this up. This is just looking like their approach to fights. You know what I'm saying? They throw a bunch of power shots and get you out of there. And I get it. Don't play with your food. I get it. But some people ain't coming there to be no food. And you're going to have to work strategically and be smart. And all that winging strong ass loaded up hooks. Motherfuckers I don't think Shakur going for none of that. And I ain't saying he can't get caught with nothing, but he going to be on point. He going to make you work for it. And it's like the way Conceição was able to slip his punches, especially early, and make him miss wide and like kind of like toy with him in a sense. Like, yeah, he not half the fighter Shakur is. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, dude, you're gonna have a hard time, bro. You're gonna have a hard time. And it's gonna be Shakur just gonna have to be defensively switched on for 12 rounds because you can't go to sleep because that man can crack. You know what I'm saying? He can. So that's all. And I think he will be. But like I said, the amount of success he have early is going to determine, I think, the remaining approach once they get midway to the fight. And that dude is lighting him up. I don't see no reason why he's going to slow down. I don't think it's going to be a boring fight. Me either. I just think this dude, he's finding a way to be offensive and use that defense like complete, like, you know what I mean, together, and put forth these performances like that. Jamel Herring should have told you something. You gotta have the most power, but if I'm hitting you and punching in your face over and over again, you can't really hit me. Like, it's gonna show on your face. You see how Herring shit was bleeding, swelled up, eye closed. He had him looking crazy. And we all know Valdez got that scar tissue. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's another part. When Shakur gets to touching him on his face, boy.
That speed, that's that power.
He's gonna cut him up, bro. He's gonna cut him up.
That jab, and that shit just gonna be coming repeated fast. And I could just
he might end up getting
that high guard.
I hadn't considered that.
He gonna be trying to work off that high, work out of that high guard. Watch, I know it. Throwing them hooks, loading up. He got some skill. He ain't no bum or nothing, but I just think it's levels, man. That's a smart ass young man in that ring, man. And he control. He the boss in there, like that, making you fight at his range and his pace. Now, if he could push it, then maybe he could have some success. You know, maybe he can make Shakur uncomfortable. Just playing devil's advocate, not to sound like Oscar Valdez can't figure something out, but like I said, if I'm really playing scenarios back, Shakur is winning most of them shits, and it's just off being smarter than you, being more intelligent, being able to think, and do what needs to be done. As I said, you could fucking not be feeling good and pitch a shutout. Shit, man. What you gonna do when he feeling good? When it's the fight of his life and he know what's at stake. Yeah. He know this shit take him to superstardom. He knew he done took less money to make this shit happen, and you know what I mean. He ain't no turning back. Coming out party for that Jersey boy. He gonna make some shit happen.
Yeah, he fucking around and knock him out. Knock him out.
I can't hear him. What the hell happened?
Hey, real quick, just sidebar. Who would you pick in a fight between Herring and Valdez?
You said Gary?
No, Jamel Herring and Valdez.
Oh, shit. Shit, man. Herring ain't beating Valdez right now. I believe, and then why I say that, it's not like he can't compete from a skill standpoint, but I question, like how long he'd be to keep up whatever game plan it is he gonna come with. You know what I'm saying? Because I think he could compete, but I just do think Valdez would be able to catch up to him at some point and land that type that shit that he'd be hoping that he can do against Shakur, or that he's banking hoping that happen. Yeah, he'll be able to do that, I think, with Herring at some point. But Herring got some skill, man. Definitely got some skill. Like, I just try not to be overly critical of the fighters. Like, they grades. I try not to call these dudes bums. I just try the best way to put it is just levels, yo. It just be levels. And I said it to people, and I respect Jamel Herring. I followed his career for years. Like, you know what I mean? He do always in shape, always showed up in shape. You gotta respect him. He always trying to fight, always trying to get better. But he was just outgunned that day. I told people, and they always say that same shit to me. It ain't gonna be as easy as you think. No, first of all, nobody is trying to say it's easy. Even if he made it look that way, it probably wasn't as easy. But what I am saying is he'd be lucky if he went 2 or 3 rounds. And then when you see what happened, shit, was I wrong? You know what I'm saying? I said, if you being generous, 2 or 3 rounds. So, damn, man. Johnny Q. So you got Shakur breaking his jaw, huh? I'm telling you, man. And that's what he said. Don't count him out for the stoppage. You know
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And what I think he going at with that is like mentality, and he know, like, you gotta think, if he's saying that, he know at some point you gonna have to assert yourself in this fight. It can't be just defense, and I don't think it's gonna be that anyway. But I think early it's smart to be defensive and make him work. You know what I mean? And take some of the air out his tire while you're doing it, and then, like I said, as you having success, you gradually just start to assert yourself more and more in that fight, and just do what you do. Shit, I ain't the trainer, but I know you gonna figure it out. You're gonna have a hell of a game plan, and I know dude gonna try to come with some shit, but I say just be on point for those hooks that he like to throw. You know what I mean? Do go to the body a little bit, but I say just pay attention, just be on point, just be Shakur, and I think that's enough right there. Simply put, just be you, and I think that's enough. Do what you do. I love fights like this when somebody able to kind of prove me right and try to and show you that, all right, it's cool to have power, but it's better to have smarts. With skills, with speed, you know what I mean, reflexes, things like that, ring IQ. It's cool to have power, but it's better when you got all that other shit. And that's what Shakur is, just the epitome of all that other shit with some sting if you allow him to keep hitting you. And it's just simple. They don't care how hard.
He ain't throwing no pity pat for you.
You know what I'm saying? You could, and I think he grew into his frame real decently. So I think his power is respectable nonetheless. At the worst, his shit is respectable. He ain't being ran through. You get what I'm saying? I ain't seeing that like how Sean Porter bulldozed Paulie, like because he knew he had absolutely nothing for him and treated him like that. Bulldozed his ass. Yeah, it's to remember people were saying Shakur was born, the Mexican dude, and like he's gonna come out swinging. Yeah, they always try that born tag. Notice they put that on it only certain fighters. It could be unless somebody else had a Shakur same skill set and be a certain somebody, and they love it. They love it to death. It's just like how they criticize people for like showboating and things like that, but then when Lomachenko do it, they go crazy. They go crazy. When this man is being arrogant because he got somebody hurt, I got you, D-Free. When this man is being arrogant because he telling he got a fighter hurt and he telling they corner to stop it, they love this. They love that type of shit. They don't have nothing bad to say about that. But let it be somebody else. That's why his dumb ass ain't get the knockout, trying to be dumb. Glad I was like, look at you damn idiot. You lucky it was cement foot Richard Comey. No disrespect to him, but him and Nakatani are very similar in fight style if you think about it. They slow feet, they have power, but they're limited. You know what I'm saying? They're limited and they're tough. Their best attributes are the similar ones to me. And that's how I seen it. I respected the wins, don't get it wrong, because he beat the shit out of Nakatani. Like, you know what I mean? He did way better than Tio did, and I just respected the win. So you know what I mean? But like I said, if we being honest, we ain't gonna overstate them wins. You fought the same dude twice, bro. Respectfully, you fought the same dude twice. In a way.
And he couldn't get Comey out of there.
Exactly, and you didn't because you wanted to be arrogant, you little fool. That shit had me mad. Like, bro, you don't do that. Rozier was even saying it like, yo, I thought that was arrogant of him. Like, bro, just fight. If you got a man hurt, don't play with your food. You lucky. If it would have backfired, you'd have been looking stupid.
Now, can you imagine if that would have been one of our fighters?
Yeah.
Who had did that? Bro, the headlines the next day.
Oh my God. And that's the thing.
Disrespect of the sport.
And y'all, another thing like that went past people this weekend was that Fury fight. I mean, all right, you landed that punch, but man, did you push him, and that's illegal as fuck. You pushed him. Like, you got something behind that. Like, you pushed the fuck out of him. That's why I'm a little bit with him when he said, like, all right, the punch was one thing, but the push, because his head did slam off the mat. Now, I'm not saying he wasn't going down, but I think that push, that momentum with a hurt guy, you know what I'm saying? It's like pushing a drunk dude on the floor. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. I don't think he should have been allowed to do that. He should have just let it be what it was. But it's always something with stupid ass Fury, man.
I hate both of them so much. I'm playing both sides against the middle. Yep, Dylan White, you're right. Fury, you're right too. Y'all fight it out.
The one thing I would say about the push, BF went back and slowed it down. The push wasn't all what he tried to make it seem to be.
Oh, it looked worse. It just looked worse on
he hit his butt first and then he hit his shoulder.
But when BF slowed it down, he landed on his butt and then he landed on his shoulder. His head didn't bounce off the ring. His head was the last thing to hit the ring, so all the momentum had already stopped. His head just went down once he finished going all the way down. His head never bounced off the ring. He just tried to make it seem like his head bounced off the ring. That's what knocked him out. No, because BF slowed the whole joint down. When he got hit, his legs went stiff. That's why he was able to fall down when he pushed him. His legs went stiff. So he was out.
Now I was watching that too. I agree, but like I said, I hate both of them to the max.
Crazy.
So I'm going for both sides. Yep, he
BF slowed it down. I thought his head bounced off. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. So I'm glad y'all said that. I missed that part, but
you go back and watch BFTV live 2 days ago. He slowed it down. His head didn't bounce off the ring. He landed on his butt, and then he went on his shoulder, and then his head went down.
Yeah, and his head didn't even slam. He just laid back.
Right.
He didn't go straight down to and with his head bounced off the ring. It didn't go like that.
Nah. And you know what? And then after that, he had the nerve to say, "Oh, but you know that's Tyson Fury. They let him get away with whatever he wants. He can cheat. They let him get away with it." Oh, I wanted to shoot Dylan White in the throat.
Man, I could have sworn in that fight the referee got on Dillian White for
he said his head bounced off that glove.
He was trying to rub his elbow on Tyson Fury's forehead.
Yeah, he was trying to cut him
right there by his eye, trying to rub his elbow on his eye. I mean, I don't like neither one of y'all motherfuckers. I was hoping that it was a double knockout.
Facts, I was hoping a sinkhole opened underneath the damn arena. Swallow both of them cats. They can have an earthquake under that motherfucker.
But I heard y'all talking about Oscar Valdez's power. He don't have more power than Shakur Stevenson. Because he just got more fights than Shakur Stevenson. Because if you look at his knockout ratio, he got 20 fights with 14 knockouts, and Shakur Stevenson got 14 fights with 7 knockouts or 6 knockouts. It's like they 6 and 7. One got 7 less knockouts than their winning percentage, and the other one got 6 less knockouts than their winning percentage. So I'm like, their power is not that much different. It's just Valdez had more fights.
Yeah.
So his knockout percentage is higher because he got more fights.
This dude, he said Kamaru Usman and Canelo trading words. Usman said, let's chill out for somebody to get hurt. And Canelo say, yeah, I agree, because it won't be me.
Wow.
They talking crazy to each other.
They talking heavy, huh?
Getting spicy. That shit is funny. Yo, Canelo learn English and learn how to talk shit. I think that's comedy right there. Man, that shit funny. Only thing I didn't like was the disrespect towards Andre Pops. Other than that, all that other little stuff, the payday, I thought that was funny. He got little points with that one. That was funny.
He
was like this guy, man. This guy, man. I'm like, yo, Canelo.
I know that.
Yo,
I know that.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
Yo, like listen to this dude.
Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, that's the shit too.
That shit was a little funny, man. I'm like, this dude crazy.
That's the thing about Canelo.
You are a horrible fighter.
He got good boxing skills. But this motherfucker is moving funny. That's why
he's just moving funny. Facts. People just don't get it because it's their favorite fighter. They just can't accept it that he moving a little weird, bro.
That's why I don't like him. I respect his boxing skills. He got skills.
Facts, Slippin'.
There's no doubt about that. He got skills, but what good is your skills if you're not trying to fight the best competition?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And I mean, really, how good is your skills? Because we saw you fight the best competition, and you look amateur. You look like a damn amateur in that ring.
12 rounds to zip.
Subpar. It's my night. Yeah, he did say that. It's my night. Shut up. Fuck you mean? It's my night.
You don't want to get in a ring with nobody else like that because you don't want to look like that.
It's my night.
Like, man, shut that soft ass. Somebody should have played AB right there. Shut that soft ass shit up, man. Right there when he said that. Don't let me start getting a way to put them little sound bites together. I'm gonna start making shit funny, man. Boxing be funny sometimes.
Funny as hell.
Canelo was like, yeah. This guy, man. I'm like, look at this nigga talking shit, yo. This nigga talking shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna
tell my girl that on my birthday. It's my night. You gonna tell your girl that? I'm gonna tell my girl that right now. She come back in here. It's my night. She like, what? I guarantee if I say that to her just out of nowhere, she gonna say something crazy. I hear her say some slick shit because all she do is talk shit. It's my night. It's my night.
I I was happy and mad all in one day on Saturday when I saw that motherfucker fight. Like I said, I didn't watch the fight live. I went back and watched the highlights on YouTube. I wasn't paying for that shit. Yeah, when I saw Dillian White get knocked out, I was happy as shit, but I was mad as I can only get so happy. I can get happy for the loss, but I'm not cheering on Tyson Fury. Fuck no.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's what I said this year. I said I hate both of them so much. I kind of was indifferent for that shit.
You start telling people that for real, man. It's my night.
I can't fuck with nobody that's a cheater and is a known cheater. It's not like he got caught cheating one time. This nigga done got caught cheating multiple times.
Multiple. Dylan White too.
Look how mad he was at Triple G. That's why he was mad at Triple G, because he called him out on it. I'm like, yo, dude, you act like he lied. Like he just made this shit up. Like he just slandering your name. Dude, you
Thank you.
30. I don't care how much it is. People talking about I wasn't enough to help an aunt. How would you know? How the fuck would you know how much he had? I don't care what
This the shit I'm talking about in my first video, bro. They doing this shame shit with Valdez, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like they trying to demonize the people that spoke out against him. But it's like, how you gonna yell at them? They the people standing up for the integrity of the sport. So the people that's coming against you for being a cheater are the bad guys. Like, come the fuck up.
Yeah, they the ones that's fucking it up for the sport. Like, y'all motherfuckers, man. You can't even call him a cheater. Like, we can't call him a cheater and he actually a cheater. We can't call him a duck even if he moving like one. You can't call him out, apparently, after a win respectfully. So what you just gotta let him do what he want, huh?
Yeah, gotta let him cook.
All right.
Just gotta let him
fuck
rock
out of
out.
here. That's why Carlo be pissing me off. Like, man, we get it, dude. You respect him, and ain't nothing wrong with that. But stop talking like he's supposed to be able to do whatever he want, man. He not above. Like, my whole thing is this: if y'all stop calling him the face of the sport, I might expect as much from him. Just don't call him that,
right?
Because don't say that shit to me no more. Because when we ask him to move like he the face of the sport, then it's an issue. Every fight can't be tough, man. He had 3 games. I'm not trying to. I don't care. That Callum Smith shit be making me so mad. You wait, just let shit play out. And you tell me again, will he ever be relevant again in boxing? Again after that loss, like don't get into that Callum Smith shit. I don't care what.
Did you see Callum Smith's performance right after the Canelo fight? You see how he smoked that dude? It's like, where was this nigga at?
Yeah, like he pissed me off. You went in there and agreed to be a 12-round punching bag.
Yo, he took a dive.
You let this man punch your arm out of commission, like you out of control for that, bro. Disrespectful to the sport for letting him do that to your arm like that. Talking about you seen what he did to my arm? Yeah, we seen it. Did you see it? Did you see what he did to your arm? Because we seen it, nigga. We seen it. We ain't like it. Or we ain't cared, but nigga, we knew you just stood. We ain't like your performance. Dude. You ain't do nothing.
Still got a 2-foot reach advantage and got his arm punched off.
You get what I'm saying? You stood there tall as hell getting punched on. Like, what's wrong with you, man? Let that man wail on your arm for 12 rounds till he punched your muscle out of place. Like, he punched your muscle on the other side of your arm or something. Like, come on, bro.
After he whooped on your big brother.
Yeah, like he disrespected the shit out the Smith family, bro. Hey,
they daddy got to whoop both.
Knocked your brother out with a fucking body shot. Like, what, the 9th round was it?
Yeah.
Smoke this bitch ass. Matter of fact, I'm pulling it up because it's funny. Got smoke. It was body shot, if I'm not mistaken. Could have swore it was Beefy when.
Yeah, I think he did.
First of all, I'm not calling no grown ass man Beefy anyway. Like, I don't know where he get off with that. Like, I don't know who told him, like, yeah, it's all right to call you that. Like, it's not all right to call you that. I won't do it. Definitely not calling you that. Beefy. Come on, bro. Like, what type of shit you on, bro? Like,
self-defense, bro.
Yeah, 9th round KO. I wasn't wrong. Yeah. Fuck that boy up.
You crazy.
He did Canelo ass whoopings be disrespectful. Them shits get funny because a motherfucker hang with him a little bit, and he a piece of shit because he'll let you hang with him for a little bit and then start beating your ass. Cause he did it to Josecito. He did it to a couple of them small dudes. It's like, all right, he gonna let you get your shit off for a second, then he gonna just blast you out, man. Start fucking.
He did it to Khan too. Khan was getting off on his ass.
Yeah, Khan was whooping his ass, wasn't he? I'm like, God damn, boy. Khan was doing him worse than he was doing Danny when he was beating Danny them rounds like that. God damn, I say he was lighting his ass up. Fucking Christmas tree, tearing his ass up. But you knew Canelo knew. That's one thing I give him. He knew what he was in there with, a wounded animal. Khan come in the fight wounded. Like it's like I don't know if y'all know how them games bring you go to the next level and they don't refill your energy bar and shit. You gotta play with the same amount of energy you had from the last level. That's Khan. Whatever his energy level is from the last fight, he come in depleted. Like he come in, he be one punch away from losing his life. No disrespect.
Khan comes to the fight.
Khan get knocked out so bad, his life literally be on the line when he get knocked out. It's to the point it's getting bad. Like he got to be careful, man. Yeah, I like Amir Khan a little bit. You got to be careful,
man.
That man life really be on the line. Like them knockouts, this shit be bad. Like Canelo lowered that motherfucking boom. He couldn't even celebrate no more. He went and took a knee for him.
Man, he went.
Look at Khan. Like if this was a cartoon, his soul 100% would have left his body. 100%. God damn! I say, yo, he killed that man with his eyes open.
I mean, like some Avengers shit where she
I'm like, God,
perform out his body.
Right. Like Amir Khan, like who gassed you to get in here with him in the first place? I want to know.
Thank you, bro.
Who the fuck told you? Who the fuck authorized that? Oh, lately I've been asking that. Who been authorizing some of these ass whoopers, man? Because niggas be getting their ass smoked. Like, ain't nobody asked Kell Brook to get in there with Triple G, bro, and get your face broke. Nobody in the entire boxing, in the entirety of the boxing world was asking for that. But you and your team, bro. You done went over there and got your eyes smashed up playing with that boy from Kazakhstan. Out here punching on people like that. It's crazy. Boxers even saying he's top 5, maybe top 2 all time. Who top 5, maybe top 2 all time? He said you come in and have he come in, Khan come in with half his energy bar. I'm telling you, you think I'm playing? That boy be a couple good shots away from a nap. He lucky.
He gets the noodle legging on the way to the ring. While he's doing the ring walk, he stumbled a little bit. Like, oh shit.
And it's crazy because he just had a win over who was it? Billy Did, and he got paid some shit to fight that dude. I'm like, yo, they really will pay the shit out of. They love Amir Khan. What they really do, bro. They love that dude. I respect it though. The win, lose, or draw, and that's how you got to support your fighter, though. You know what I'm saying? But he been getting his chin checked for years. He said he's talking about the top 5 crackheads. Yeah, who they were saying was top 2? What fighters? Top 5, top 2 all time.
Fury got to be up there. He got to be up there.
What the top
crackhead?
Yeah, right. Successful ones too.
Big
That's probably why his ass top crackhead of boxing.
Yeah,
Fury got to be up there, bro.
That's funny. Top crackhead of boxing. That's funny, bro.
That's why, not for nothing. Well, through all that back and forth with him and Wilder was hitting that dude with some truth serum and some of that. I actually listen. I use shit for entertainment, but I also try to learn and listen too. He was talking some real shit. He rescued him, man. Like he was telling him, even Fury had to look at him with a serious face, like, nigga, you was about to die, man. Sniffing coke. Like, what was you at? Wilder started getting. No, he started going on his shit. Just gotta let him speak. Fury sitting there looking at him like, yeah, nigga, ain't nothing you can say. He brought you back. You need to be
Fury always thinking Wilder up because he feels bad. He know Wilder did him a favor.
Yeah, revived his career because of that those Wilder wins. He got a lot more respect, I think, from people than he initially did. You know what I'm saying?
He got all his respect. Remember, people hated him after that Klitschko fight. They said he was boring and weird and trash and all type of shit.
Yeah. But they killed me with that. He became a one punch knockout artist shit. That shit killed me because at the time they said it, It's like, what evidence do you have to back that up? Because they ain't have no one punch knockouts on his resume when y'all was yelling that shit. So who the fuck he knocked out with one punch and where y'all see it at? You know what I'm saying? And like, why y'all so confident all of a sudden, just power just out of nowhere? Like, certain shit just really bother me, but I try not to go too crazy with that shit like that, yo. So you just a power punch out of nowhere. Okay, you putting dents in niggas' heads. Okay, all right, bet. All right, you hitting that hard out of nowhere. You know, fight your whole fucking life. These last couple fights you out here, man, you missed the knockout odds.
Facts, bro. You been 6'9" this whole time. So
Ghost be on his ass about that 6'9" shit. He keeps saying he ain't 6'9". He keeps saying it. And then he showed me some pictures where it make me kind of scratch my head like, oh, he might be on to something. He ain't just saying it.
I won't be surprised.
Fury, of course. He'd never be the type of figure. He just don't see Fury. The thing about him, and this is no knock on him, he's just gonna be known for you know, like I said, that like somebody else was saying. I ain't gonna take credit for it. Somebody else said it. I think it was T. For the Wilder wins, like when motherfuckers thinking you, that's what they're gonna think about. Most definitely, they're gonna know you survived some hellacious shots from him too, which I think could factor in him talking about he retiring if he's serious. Because there's no way you took them knockdowns and you were exactly the same as you were. Nah, bro.
Hell no.
He took somebody with that.
I got a T that I want to do. I want to pose the question, shit, is we letting Fury off the hook too easy by letting him retire with Undisputed right in front of him? Is that considered a duck if he don't fight you? Why we just so okay with him retiring all of a sudden?
Man, that's a good one, and I ain't even going because I'm gonna be there for when you talk. That's a good one. That's a whole good discussion right there. I ain't even think that deep into it. See, that's the hell yeah. That's a good conversation. That's a good question because that shit is right there.
I can still look brand new too.
Be Ali. Yeah, they on Shakur ass for saying that now. I don't look at that young man no different, man. People be prisoners of the moment, and like I said, for him to go see Ali, he gotta go back to tape and watch fucking black and white mostly shit of Ali, like which probably ain't gonna do him no justice. You get what I'm saying? Like in terms of what he really could do. Did those black and white films really capture what that man could do? And on the other side of things, he's been actually able to see Fury live and in the flesh fight. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's he fell away. Maybe it's him being so fucking big. Because right off the bat, if I'm thinking Fury beats Ali, one of the first reasons would be somehow because he big as shit. That's what I would think. But if you had to ask me, I'm picking Ali. All right, with no hesitation. Because it's like the shit people give Fury extra credit for being able to do, being that big. Ali could do it naturally, and he do it at a higher level. So, I mean, you want to be what he is. You get what I'm saying? But you ain't as defined and polished. Get what I'm saying? But you ain't as polished and as smooth in there with it. Yeah, you can do it for a big guy, and I respect it. But you ain't him.
Right, you ain't Ali, bro. Yeah. Fury can't float like no butterfly big fat ass.
Shakur is, y'all. 24. Like just do Shakur mad young. Yeah.
Weirdo.
Come on, dude. Yeah. You came in here and tried to hit this scum, you almost died. I cover hit the button, almost died. Yeah, man. Shakur 24. Yeah, I'm doing it, man. And we got a special one here in Jersey. I'm right here, right here, shit, north, 40 minutes away, if that, half hour.
Oh, yeah, you out there in Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
Brick City.
Mm-hmm. That's where it's at. From I'm over here by the Brunswick area.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. About 30 minutes. Ain't too far to that Newark area. I used to work out in Newark. That shit different out there. Them motherfucking kids is bad as shit. Man, they different. The kids bad, the teachers bad. Fuck the kids, the teachers is bad, bro. The teachers, they bad. Motherfuckers talk like they us. You don't know who this. You a teacher talking like that? Damn, it's crazy. I'm telling you, just from working there and dropping food off at some of them spots, man, they're crazy. They used to be having lockdowns at some of the schools we trying to deliver the food to because motherfuckers come out and brought a gun to school, like all type of shit. I'm like, God damn. We delivering by one school just right across the street from the school. They just had a shooting. We out here delivering food, feeling like targets. Like, what the fuck? Hey, yo, get me out of here, bro. Get me out of here. I was like, you know, fucking sitting duck. That shit used to be crazy. Or a couple times, more than once too. Couple lockdowns. Kids bringing guns to school and shit like that.
Man, that shit happened to me a couple times. I used to work at a hospital back in the day. I was in LA, and they had a couple of people that was brought in that was gunshot wounded. And whenever that happened, when they come in the emergency room, they be having to put the hospital on lockdown, especially if it's like drug or gang related. So a couple of dudes that was banging, like they ended up getting shot and brought to the hospital. They have to put the whole hospital on lockdown because they kept having issues where the ops was pulling up to the hospital trying to finish the job.
God damn.
Bruh. So they would put the hospital on lockdown and still have us outside talking about getting cars and shit. Like, bruh.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
So if these niggas pull up to wet this shit up, we gonna be the ones.
Yeah, like y'all just immune to bullets because y'all work for the people. Like them niggas don't care half the time. That's how motherfuckers get shot. The wrong person.
Thank you.
That's how I got shot. The wrong motherfucker. The motherfucker wasn't aiming for me. God damn it. Niggas be stupid. Motherfuckers can't aim, can't shoot. Goofy as hell. Cold salute, bro. Appreciate you. Yeah, man. Yeah, we've been in here cooking for a little minute. Almost 3 hours.
Another 3 hours?
It's 2:40. We had the 2:40 mark.
I ain't know. I didn't even feel like that long. Dang, it was damn near 7 o'clock.
Well, shit, it's almost 8 for me. So yeah,
right.
Yeah, we've been cooking.
Check my fucking bed.
But that's y'all. I guess that's that. I think we almost in the agreement up here for these fights, for the women's fights and for Shakur. We right here.
Yeah. I think we
on the joint. On the I'm undecided on is the Booker joint. Everybody else shit. I'm on it. I'm on it. Yeah. I'm joined that I'm worried about a little bit. I just turned in it. Not sure what was said, but I got you cool.
17.
Yeah.
Hi, how are you? Who else is on the panel?
I'm doing all right. What's good, lady? Just do.
Nothing much. We just wanted to come in and interrupt for a second just to celebrate Just Do, okay?
Hey, let's go.
We're all taking shots for Just Do today. We have margaritas, so if you have a shot next to you, just take a shot.
Hey, hold on. Let me go pull me right
now. Hold on. Let me get right.
See, he doesn't like things to be all about him.
Badass kids, bullets, got no names, yeah, facts. Shit, coming 4:45 out here. Damn, where you at, Slipping? Oh, I just tuned in. Not sure who was there, but I got Shakur. Oh yeah, Cole. We was talking about the two undisputed fights, the women's fight and Shakur fight. I think we all picked Shakur, respectfully. And I got Franchon Cruz too, and I got Serrano against Katie Taylor. Possibly in points, but I wouldn't be surprised with a late stoppage. Body shot or something like that. Hey, area. Oh, it's still early.
Shot.
Okay.
Did I miss a shot?
No, you missed a shot. We was waiting for you.
Okay, I'm ready. Y'all ready? I'm not waiting.
All right.
Yeah, let's do it.
Well, we just want to say happy birthday to Just Do, and hope that this chapter is filled with many things and good positive energy, positive vibes. Cheers to good life and good year.
Hey, cheers.
All right.
Salute. Oh shit! We got the motherfucking NFL draft tomorrow night.
God dang, just took a shot for you, bro. Well, I ain't got no alcohol with me at the job. I can't drink on the job.
It's all good. They gave me this big ass shit.
Do, man.
Trying to have me wasted. Appreciate y'all good brothers.
Spicy.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, man.
Well,
Cool. Appreciate y'all good brothers, man. See,
I'm on my break.
Yeah, they trying to get me fucked up over here.
Yeah, man. It's your night.
It's my night. It's my night. Canelo shout out, yo.
English speaking Canelo way better than no English speaking.
Hell yeah, he a lot funnier, man. I could rock with him.
Yeah.
That nigga learned English
you know,
and start talking, telling this shit.
At least you know how he feel
Shit
now.
on Ryan Garcia and everything.
Gotta test the smoke, Just.
Oh, yeah, I got some right over here.
Sweet,
This
well,
shit,
that's for you, bro.
Appreciate y'all. I'm about to light this shit back up. They ain't gonna have me in here.
Dwayne smoking his shit.
Let me roll up. Let me
Smoking
roll
his
up.
loud pack.
Yeah, it's my night. That shit gonna be funny forever.
I just took this shot. You know what come next after this.
Y'all ain't gonna have me the only one not smoking shit. Y'all smoking, I gotta smoke with y'all.
Man, my baseball is a couple of them.
Shout out to my man AB. Finished up my logo.
Yeah. Shout out to AB, man.
So
AB working his ass off.
I'll be hooking that shit up soon, y'all. Shout out to AB.
Good. Yes, sir. I got you.
I'm gonna hit you up, Just Do too. I need to find out how to get my motherfucking intro to play at the beginning of my live stream.
Oh yeah. Nah, I got you. Word.
I got to learn how to get that shit set up.
Shit, but I could kind of tell you in a sense up here, because if you want to play like on this joint, you got a section in here. You see how I was playing them video clips? See how I be playing them video clips? It's a section in here. You go in there, just upload your intro to it. Like that's a start there. If you got the intro already, just upload. Like you will see it, click it, it'll tell you to go to your files or whatever. Like one thing I use for a lot of my files is Google Drive. That shit mad useful. Like I send everything, like when I was playing them clips.
Yeah, Google Drive.
And send my shits from my phone to Google Drive, and I got Google Drive connected to the laptop and the phone. So then I go through my laptop and just upload them clips. I still got them. And the good thing with this StreamYard is you don't have to keep uploading it. It'll stay there. You know what I'm saying? So the clip, once you upload your clip, it'll stay there, and you just kind of set it up to play, right when you about to go on. Like how BF be doing it. Because he definitely, salute to BF, he got definitely one of the dopest intros on the market, and I ain't just saying that. That shit dope. Got a whole song in there.
I saw somebody else that got a similar intro to his,
but he got okay, cool, salute, bro.
He got specific volume to do the motherfucker lyrics to his shit. I was like, that shit just set that shit off. Matter of fact, I gotta hit specific volume up too. I'm gonna hit him up and see how much he'll charge me to do his shit for mine.
I actually got another intro. Like that shit that I be using, that little clip right in the front of my videos. That's light. That's the first one. Like the second one, it's a little bit longer, but I got them to use pictures that I want.
You got it set up on. You have it set up on StreamYard.
I ain't even put my intro on here, but you talking about for how I do it for my videos. I got I do that through my editing app. I got an editing app. It's called WeVideo. So from there, you can either make the videos in Instagram format if you want to upload it for Instagram. Like, how the Instagram screen is a little smaller. You could make it in an Instagram format or YouTube format. So of course I do a YouTube format, and I always, you know, writing the editing thing, I just take my little clip of that intro that you be seeing and put it in the beginning of all the videos. It's like, damn, I wonder, can I show you how to do? But it's simple though. That shit's simple though. Like I taught myself how to edit, so like I learned that shit by myself on the fly doing this shit. But I just stick that shit in the front of all my videos, and you know, it'll play according to how you layer it. You know what I'm saying? You could layer that shit however you want to. Sometimes I loop certain videos over.
What's the name of it again?
It's called We Video.
Read Video?
We W-E.
Oh,
We Video.
We Video.
Yeah, We Video. Appreciate you, K. Appreciate you, yeah, man. We're smoking on this.
Boy. Damn it, man.
Sipping this margarita that they done made me.
Devin, man. What up, K?
Yeah, I got one more game left, K. I got one more game left.
Yeah, that app lets you do some shit. Like I said, I gotta figure out how to start doing like some documentary type shit. I be having some shit on my mind, some shit I want to try to do. I want to start doing my videos again, because I that's how I started doing my YouTube channel. I was doing videos, but my videos was looking amateur. And I was like, man, all these niggas got these hot ass videos. My shit looks stupid as hell. And so I stopped doing videos. Shit, yeah, that editing app definitely helped, because it kind of bring your thoughts to, you know, to motion in a sense. And like I said, how I do my shit, you see how I did my last video. Use some stay most current fights and some training footage, shit that's just relevant. You know, and then you talk your shit over it. So I do like voiceovers and narrations and shit on mine. Could switch it up. You see how some people had a face that had a square up there while they do the video.
Yeah. I used to do that too. I put the picture up there, put a little.
Yeah, that shit just tedious than a motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie. It definitely.
I stopped doing it though when they
it's time consuming.
They started, you know.
Yeah, acting weird. So. But see, the way you do it, I like it. Is you go live in it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You can either choose to do it long or short. You never gonna go wrong with that, because it's you. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing they can say. Nothing. It's you.
Yeah. That's why I started doing it.
Because I had to learn a little trial and error. Never got no strike or nothing like that. But certain shit, I know they'd give you copyrights, like an interview or something. Like stupid. It would be dumb shit. It'd be stupid shit. But I just go edit it out with no problem. I don't put up no resistance. Take it out and just replace it with something else. Like, you know, for the most part, I know how to get the clip that's not copywritten, and that's what I stick to. That shit. You know what I mean? Because it's that we all could do it. Like I done had clips from my phone. You watching a TV and you record a small ass clip and use it. It's cool, because it's like it ain't their shit. It's still yours.
And if I want to show a video, I'll just show that motherfucker my damn self. I'll be like, I'm gonna show the screen, y'all. And that's how I do it. But they don't be able to get it, nigga. And I don't too much show videos, but I do like the breakdowns. I let you see people's faces. It's really
when you do your live stream, you do your intro through the beginning. You do that through StreamYard?
Nah, That's through my app. Like that little file right there. AB did that, so he sent it to me. So like I went to saving that file. So like I got that on file, like that little clip. But I got a different intro that's like
about 6-7 videos.
I got something that's like 17 seconds long, and he got an instrumental on it and everything that's copyright free and shit that I believe he made. It's called Dreamland or something like that. That intro, I'm gonna start using it in a second. I just ain't use it yet. But that shit like 17 seconds long. I sent him a bunch of pictures and he like put them together, and you know what I mean, he show them and the shit spin. It's decent. It's quick. It don't take too long. But I like it though. I'm gonna start using it.
Yeah, he sent me some intros and some videos and shit. But I use this now that I do more lives. But when I was doing it at first, like you go back and watch some of my old shit, I got hella of the intros and shit on there. I used to have different joints type shit. He got nigga hella different logos and shit.
Yeah. He got my logo transparent. This shit right up here. You see how I don't have that little block that was behind it. So now that shit look cleaner when it's on the video. It look a lot better. Instead of looking like you copied and pasted, it look natural. Look like you know it's supposed to be there. All right. And Brat.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely be picking y'all brains in the next coming days when I try to do my first live stream.
Oh, hell yeah.
What you said, St. Louis?
I said I'm gonna be definitely picking y'all brains in the next couple of days when I'm be ready to do my first live stream. Figure out how y'all.
You already. I'm gonna tell you ahead of time, bro. I don't care. See, if I got the answer, you. I don't care.
I just did a small little video, just did a picture off of one of my camera rolls just to see how it would look.
Yeah.
I fucked with that shit.
See?
Yeah, that joint bring that shit to life for real.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Man, that's what I do. Like I noticed a lot of when I read them rules, like that's part of it. That's cool. Adding your own narration to either a clip or a picture is a go. That's why you notice most times if I'm playing any clips, for the most part, it's muted. Because I'm giving my audio instead of any, you know what I mean? Or they're live commentary, so I don't have no issues. So you give your own commentary, because shit, our commentary better than theirs anyway. You know what I'm saying?
We got that uncommentary, you did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, have anybody heard anything about Keon, how he doing or whatever?
Nah.
I ain't seen him yet. I just seen the post he put up about the house, man. That's tough.
Mm-hmm. That shit crazy.
That's tough.
Mm-hmm.
Hope anybody got a number on him, checking up on him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, somebody check in on him.
Oh, Case of Voice said they done. I mean, y'all still got a chance, nigga. Y'all got another game to play. Y'all done after y'all lose this next game. If y'all lose this next game, then
talk about his Pelicans.
Yeah. They still got a chance. It ain't over yet.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if y'all was down 3-1, then yeah, I could say, it's just about over. But nigga, it's 3-2.
Casey, you crazy as hell.
You crazy. I got more faith in your team than you do, and I don't even like them goddamn Pelicans.
Oh man, yeah. I heard Zion coming back. Healthy. Healthy though.
I'm gonna tell you like this. If they was to bring Zion back, it will fuck up the whole chemistry right now. It will fuck up the whole chemistry right now.
Zion need to go start.
Waiting until next year.
I need 2022 Fat Boy.
Mm-hmm. He had too much money before he ever shot a free throw. I always say that. He came in, Rick.
He not like LeBron James.
Ben Simmons too. He not like LeBron James. LeBron James
had a head on his shoulders, and this is all he ever did was think about playing basketball in the pros. He wanted to be the best. So giving him the money, it just set his family straight. Right. He was able to give his mother what she wanted, and it set his family straight. But his mind was to be the best player in the NBA.
Yeah.
Zion, it don't seem like that. It seems like they gave him the money, and he just like, fuck it, I got money now.
That's what I'm saying. And I think that's the case for some of these dudes. I think that money be doing it, and I think they be having to get to a point where they really gotta have a heart to heart with themselves if they really want to do that shit for real, or you know what I'm saying? Because I don't think you just get there and just be ass. I think you start putting in the work, and that speaking on Zion specifically, like I was just joking, but that'd be disappointing. That dude got the future in the palm of his hands. All he gotta do is get in shape. This is think about what we talking about. A rich motherfucker with all the access to, you know what I mean, anything he could possibly need to get in shape, yo. This joke is on him for not getting in shape, yo. That's crazy.
Well, it's funny, related like the boxing, you know, we always talk about how it's hard to get up and run when you wake up and feel cheap. A lot of these kids, they come from the hood, they ain't never had shit. And then they got a multi-million-dollar NBA you don't want for nothing ever again. Like that's
and that's what I think they need the right people surrounding them to keep them driven and motivated. Because I think sometimes they're not completely at fault. They're just humans. But you gotta, you know what I mean? That's why it's important to have a support system, because you gotta have the right people pushing you in the right areas, man. Keeping you grounded. Like, man, don't slip, man. You got a chance to, you know what I mean? Some generational wealth. You keep it up.
What he need to get with Earl Spence and get a nutritionist, because
I'm telling you,
even if he's 100% healthy, it's just a matter of time for him to be injured again, because you got all that weight coming down on them damn legs, and you already had two leg injuries. You had a leg injury in college, and then had another one when you got to the pros. It's just a matter of time. I didn't know that nigga was that damn big. I didn't know he was 330 pounds.
That's what I'm saying. That's real. And he's 6'6". So you got 6'6". That's not that tall to be that big. Like, he's way too big.
Y'all got to take it in perspective. 330 pounds, that's what Shaquille O'Neal was playing at.
No,
and we were saying Shaquille O'Neal was big as
was
shit.
Big, exactly.
Imagine you dropping 6 inches, because Shaquille is like 7 foot. So imagine you dropping 6 inches and still got that same weight.
Yo, he bigger than Lyman.
And that's what I'm saying. And I'm telling you now, say he rededicate himself on some nutritionist type shit and get that weight down the right way. I guarantee you he'll be right back dominant, yo. Because it's just what it is.
That's literally Michael Jordan with Shaq's weight. That's literally what he is. He's 330.
I feel like at the very least in a professional sport, you at least owe it to yourself, the sport, the team, and the fans to at least be in shape, bro.
Man,
at the very least, be in fucking shape, bro. Like, come on, man. That shit, all that fucking money. Ain't no way you belong running around like that.
The whole purpose of you getting to this point.
I come up here now, man. I wasn't gonna come up here, but y'all talking bad about my boy, man.
Damn it, man.
Through the leg and slam that shit if you wasn't in shape, man.
But the whole thing is, just like you said, Judge Du, you always to be in shape. But your whole purpose through life, from you starting playing sports, was to be in shape and be the best at your sport, so you can get drafted. Now you get drafted and you can let it go to all the way.
I don't see no motherfucker out of shape that's gonna go in the air, go through the leg.
Nah, and what I'm saying, he got another level to tap into. Like, if he get the weight down, because you know, at his height, like, to be on some shit, if he's gonna be a little bigger, it's cool. But I know he could get down more.
Doing that shit, man.
Yo, he'd be hard to stop, yo. I'm telling you, he'd be.
Dude, man, he ain't fat. He's just a big old tall motherfucker.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, I think he don't eat right. That's where the extra weight is coming from. He naturally big, but he's not helping himself. See what I'm saying? So if he help himself and eat the right shit, I think he'd be unstoppable, yo. I really do. I like Zion.
When he came into the league, he had the potential to be a dominant dunker like Vince Carter.
Yeah.
He's still a dominant dunker, man. Shit.
I'm just telling you why. Because he gonna do it. I ain't giving up on him. I think at some point he gonna do it.
When he was shoulder height with the fucking rim when he did that shit, man.
Watch when he get in shape, though. Watch.
I watched Zion in high school. He was doing dunks that Vince Carter was doing in high school. He was doing that shit in high school.
That's a fact.
That dude was different, man. And that's all I'm saying. Just treat your body right. Drop some of them pounds and watch how good he actually be. Dominant in spots and in areas on the floor. I just know it. You just got to be in shape though.
If you go before the game and sit and play around and do them fucking slams like that, I don't know why he's not playing the game.
Yeah. Something going on over there, but I'm telling you, watch. Let him rededicate himself. I'm telling you, I could see that now. It'd be hard to stop him. Being in shape, he active, he's strong as hell. He play that bully ball too.
I got
a different mentality than a lot of these guys that made it to the pros, because my whole mindset was to make sure I'm the best at my position.
Yeah.
Damn everything else. I'm gonna make sure I'm in 100% healthy. I'm gonna make sure I'm studying film every
I think that's
day.
where it starts, D-Free. Like, you know what I mean? You could be the best at your craft, but if you're not in shape, it's gonna show. You get what I'm saying? I feel like that's half of being good at anything. If you can physically compete, you get what I'm saying, the way you're supposed to, then you give yourself just that much of a better chance. Like that running around not being in shape.
Even the way he's in right now, man, Phoenix couldn't hold him back.
That's the reason why I put Darryl Green above any other cornerback, because this man Darryl Green was always in shape. This man was always on the field. He's never missed a game in his 20 years that he played. He never missed a game. This man played every single game for 20 years straight.
None of them teams in the playoffs if that ball stay in the paint down there.
And there's no way he could have lasted or had that type of longevity without taking care of himself. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the prime example right there. Take care of your body, man.
I think it was like 2, maybe 3 years ago. They did an interview with Darryl Green. Darryl Green said, "I still run a 4.3 right now." He said, "I can go out right now and run a 4.3 right now." And this man is like 50 years old.
Yo, for real.
He was like, "You don't believe me?" He was like, "You don't believe me? Put your money where your mouth is." He said, "I run a 4.3 right now." I was like, God damn. At 50 years old.
Yeah, you see motherfucking Sugar Ray. He's 60 something. He still got that fucking hand speed.
Yeah, you see that? He said,
Darryl Green said, I don't bet at all. He said, but if you don't believe I run a 4.3 right now, put your money where your mouth is. I'll be glad you take your money.
Yeah, That's a man that's confident in himself. He like, you know, he still got it.
He runs every day. He runs every day.
Who he play for?
He say Darryl Green used to play for Washington. He played for Washington for 20 years.
Oh, he used to. Okay.
It's a real benefit to when you take care of yourself, man. And Floyd showed you that.
Goddamn Mariners.
Somebody that good and y'all still suck that bad, man.
No, we won 3 Super Bowls with Darryl Green. What the fuck you talking about?
Yeah.
Darryl Green is that guy.
Y'all won 3, played 20 fucking years, man. Goddamn.
Darryl Green was the reason why Deion Sanders never went to the daggone fastest man contest. Because Darryl Green was smoking everybody.
Yeah, Deion Sanders smoked his ass, man. Don't lie.
Darryl Green beat Deion Sanders when he came and played for Washington. Darryl Green ran a 4.1. Deion ran a 4.3.
3.9, man.
Darryl Green was the fastest man. He was the fastest man in the NFL for 10 straight years until he stopped competing. Nobody ever beat him in the fastest man race.
He didn't play in the era with Mike Vick then. Mike Vick would have smoked his ass.
He was faster than Mike Vick. What the fuck?
He was faster than fucking Mike Vick, man. Get out of here.
Boy, you want to put your money where your mouth is?
Oh shit!
What Mike Vick ran?
You want to put your? Do you want to put your money where your mouth is?
What Mike? You said what he ran.
I guarantee you, he was faster than Mike Vick.
I know for
a fact he was faster than Mike Vick because Mike Vick never ran track and he ain't never put the numbers up that Darryl Green put up. So you want to put your money where your mouth is?
He ran a 4.2, 4.1. Mike Vick.
Mike Vick ain't never ran a 4.1. Never.
I think he has, man.
No, he hasn't. Never.
Let me check it out.
I was a I was the biggest Mike Vick fan. He never ran a 4-1.
Me too. I was a Mike Vick fan, man. He played on my team, man. Goddamn.
He never ran a 4-1.
He was against
you. He never
your
ran
ass.
a 4-1.
He was my damn quarterback, man.
Go look it up.
I'm looking it up now.
Never ran a 4-1.
God
This nigga Daryl, I sat there and watched Daryl Green. Watched the nigga catch them up. Matter of fact, it was Herschel Walker. Herschel Walker ran a sweep to the other side of the field. This nigga Daryl Green came from the other side of the field and walked Herschel Walker down and caught his ass from the other side of the field. Daryl Green was the fastest man in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 4-2.
That'll Green.
Never ran a 4-1. Never ran a
4-2 in the 40-yard dash.
And Vic never ran for what?
4-2.
Mike Vick never ran a 4-1. I know that for a fact. I'm trying to tell you, I was the biggest.
40-year-old Mike Vick ran a 4.72 in a 40-yard dash. 40 years old. God damn.
4.72. Yeah.
That's 40 years old, though. I'm talking about 40 years old Mike Vick. He ran a 4.72.
I'm talking about a 50-year-old Daryl Green ran a 4.3.
Mike Vick ran his fastest time for a quarterback at 4.3 seconds.
Yeah. Not no 4.1. 4.1 is a big difference from 4.3. It's a huge difference. Like I said,
I was 4.2.5. 4.2.5 is his fastest time he put in.
I was the biggest Mike Vick fan.
Mike Vick was that dude, like football.
4-1, 4-2, 4-3, all that shit fast.
Yeah, hell yeah, T.
All faster than me.
Boy, that's flying.
But to go from a 4-1 to a 4-3 is a big difference.
No, he ran a 4.2, that's fastest time ever, 4.2.
No, I'm saying, I know that. I'm just saying, to go from a 4-1 to a 4-3, that's all that shit is fast. But from a 4-1 to a 4-3 is a big difference.
Yeah, that's a big difference. But he ran a 4.2 before.
Yeah,
so they'd have been right there together. Mike Vick ran at 4.2. That's his fastest 40-yard run.
Make it.
Bo Jackson ran a 4.1. Says it right here. Bo Jackson.
He in it.
Damn, I didn't know Bo Jackson was that fast.
Bo Jackson was fast as shit. He was fast as shit.
Yeah.
Bo Jackson was fast as shit.
That's what it said right here. He ran a 4.1, Bo Jackson. Thank
you. Bo Jackson was fast as shit.
I ran a 3.9.
Who's the fastest in the fucking NFL? Tyreek Hill. Let me see what it says. Tyreek Hill and Lamar
That's right now. That's right now.
Yeah, probably so, yeah.
That's going about right now.
I just hate Tyreek Hill form. That's it.
Jamar Chase and Tyreek Hill. Yeah, this is what
I hate his
rank.
form.
Okay, wait a minute.
Bad.
Let's see
run
what
like
it
a
says.
girl. Tyreek Hill run like a girl.
So you run like a girl?
Like a damn girl, man. Come on, man. I know what's
Got him when he I'm telling you, I like him, but I was watching him. He was doing some shit. I'm like, I don't like his form, man. He be swinging his arms like a little. He got this in this shit. You know what I'm saying?
I'll be shitting on my guys again,
I like
man.
a stripper now. I like Tyreek Hill fast as shit, though.
Two players right there, y'all gonna fucking shit on them like that, man. God damn.
Oh, Zion and Tyreek.
Yeah, not Zion, no. Yeah, Zion and that fucking Chase, man. Shit. Tyreek Hill and Chase, man.
Lamar Chase a beast.
That's my guys right there, man. Shit.
He tore shit up last year. Or this year, last year, whatever.
And the year before when they won the fucking college playoff fucking championship, man. Shit. 23.24 top speed.
Valpad.
Tyreek Hill 23.24.
Fastest
They're clocking him on a fucking clock. How they clocking him there? 23 miles an hour. 23 miles an hour. Wow.
Coming out in the draft this year is somebody named Keon Barnes. He ran a 4.23, and the person behind him was Wooden, ran a 4.26.
The Saints wide receiver Dante Stallworth, he ran a 4.22. The Bengals John Ross ran a 4.22. Chris Johnson from the Titans ran a 4.24.
Yes, sir.
Bree Archer ran a 4.26. Marquise Goodwin from the Bills, 4.27. Stanford Rout, 4.27 for the Raiders. Henry Ruggs for the Raiders, 4.27. We got J.J. Nelson for the Cardinals, 4.28. Bunch of motherfuckers ran fast. That's some fast times, you know. Tyreek Hill in 2016 ran a 4.29 in a 40-yard dash.
Girl, we running ass.
Hey, man.
Oh, my bad. I was
wrong. We run that damn fast, goddammit.
My bad.
Yeah, he a beast, man. I like Tyreek.
Darrell Green didn't run a 4.3 at 50. He ran a 4.4 at 50. It wasn't a 4.3, it was a 4.4.
Yeah, that's at 50 miles an hour. That's at 50 years old, though. God damn, man.
But let me tell you what his I'm gonna tell you what his fastest time was in the 40-yard dash.
That's fast as fuck, dude.
Darrell Green had ran a 40-yard dash in just 4.09 seconds in the 1986 training camp.
Wait, who was this?
Darrell Green.
God damn.
He ran a 4.09, not even a 4.1, a 4.09 in 1986.
That's too damn fast, man.
So most of the motherfuckers are 50.
He ran 100 meters in 10.08. 100 meters, 10.08.
100 meters, huh? That's what Mike Vick got him right there.
He's fast as shit.
Mike Vick ain't running no damn 100 meters in no 10.08.
He ran a 9.9, man, with 100 meters. Mike Vick had more stamina, man.
Mike Vick is 40 years old running a
4.7. Your boy had more. He got that burst speed, man. Your boy.
No,
he had that burst speed, man. Think off speed.
Mike Vick is 40 years old running a 4.7. Darrell Green is 50 running a 4.4. He got that man about 10 years and still beating him in running.
That's that 40-yard. That's that quick running, man. That's not the 100-yard, though. Your longer distance, man, Mike Vick get his ass.
Mike Vick is not walking Darrell Green down.
You know, Darrell Green smoking shit now, man. You know, he's getting old now. He's smoking the cigars, man. You know, he's fucking up now.
Hey, boy. Get away from all the gas fumes that you're working around right now. Because the shit fucking with your brain cells.
What I missed?
You talking about a man that's already fast, and you talking about walking him. You're not walking Darrell.
He ain't shit no more. He's old, man. He was shit. He was good when he was young, man. Done now. He's done, man. Done.
Get away from all that gas fumes.
Motherfucker done, man. Forget about his ass. He's done, man.
If Mike Vick was that fast, he would have never got caught with the dog shit. He would have outran the motherfucking state troopers.
He tried, man. They got a dog caught his ass. If
Mike Vick had better people around him, he would never went to jail for this shit.
Man. He was at home.
Yeah, Mike Vick let his motherfucker folks get him in trouble.
He was at home, man. Fucking had all them dogs over there, man. Fighting them dogs at home. That was stupid of him, man.
No, he wasn't even at home. He wasn't even at home.
Nicholas Asbury making a return.
Fight dogs at home, though.
I was just asking what the hell happened to him.
In his basement, man, they found the rings. In his basement, blood everywhere, man. God damn.
No, but case the boy. Mike Vick wasn't home when that shit happened.
He wasn't at home when they arrested. They busted his house. No.
Yeah, his cousin and all of them was there.
Yeah,
he wasn't there.
A whole bunch of motherfuckers were there. Yeah.
Niggas snitched him
That
out.
was big news over here, man. That was big news, man. That was our quarterback, man. Fuck.
Them motherfuckers snitched on him. I was like, God.
They ain't supposed to fight that.
Right there, man. That was the big news right there when he got arrested. Son of a bitch.
All they had to do was shut up.
They were supposed to take that rap. They was not supposed to let him go to jail for that shit.
Yeah. But it was in his house, man. So that's the thing.
It doesn't matter.
He didn't know about it because it was his fucking house.
It doesn't matter if it was in his house. He wasn't there. That's like I let somebody stay at my house and they run up in my house and there's a bunch of weed and coke in there. That ain't my shit. I'm not there. You call somebody else at my house. You can't put that shit on me. I'm not there.
Prove that it's theirs and not yours, bro. That's your house.
Guess what? They were supposed to tell him it was theirs and not his.
No, it's not.
It's like my buddy let somebody borrow your car, man, and then they leave a bunch of drugs in your car.
Whole ass niggas told my boy out.
Going to jail for that shit. Not the other person.
Man, all the way out. Left him hanging out the jar like a mug.
Told my boy out.
You forgot you talking to a police officer, right?
I've been arrested for it like that, though.
That's because y'all don't.
I've been arrested for that shit.
That's the point I'm making. Y'all don't know y'all motherfucking rights. Y'all don't know the rights and y'all don't know the law.
I do.
Y'all don't know the rights and y'all don't know the law. Because if they catch something at your house and there's somebody else there and you're not there, you cannot go down for that shit.
Yeah, maybe if I'm not
even
there.
Even though it's your house. If you there, yeah. If you there, yeah. But if you're not there and they catch somebody else in your house with some shit, that shit should not fall back on you. You're not there. Unless they seen you bring it there.
I don't know.
Yep.
I'm telling you.
That's facts.
I'm telling you.
K-side boy.
You have to have a good lawyer to get out of that one, I guess.
Yeah, you can. But them motherfuckers snitched on him. They said it was his.
Yeah.
That's how he got locked up. They said that was his dog. They snitched on him.
Well, everybody knew it was Mike Big's dog, man. Shit, everybody around Atlanta knew it was Mike Big's dog. Y'all knew he had dogs.
All them dogs wasn't his. Dudes though they was fighting other dogs.
He was fighting, he was fighting other dogs. All of them wasn't his. But they all put it on Mike Big.
But he let it known that he was fucking at dogs, man. You know, that was his
and the point, but the point that I'm making is they all put it on him.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
It's PB. I think he had family that told on him, right?
Yeah, it's people.
Yeah, it's cousins.
Own people. Yeah.
Your own people.
The thing is, they were supposed to say, listen, man, this is on us. You don't even know we doing this shit here.
Right.
But now he's going to find out. He'll know now, but he didn't partake in this because we didn't do it, without getting his. We did it without his consent, so he didn't give us the okay. You supposed to fight that. Not saying, he gave us the okay. That's why he got. He know what goes on in his house.
Yeah,
that's how he got locked up, bro. They a piece of shit.
Yeah.
They a piece of shit, bro.
That's the shit I'm talking about. He's the money maker. You supposed to make sure this man stay free. He's bringing in the money. You don't let this nigga get locked up. Y'all take the heat for that shit.
You know you gonna make sure y'all
right. It was fucked up, dude. It was fucked up. I know that.
Yeah, it's fucked up, bro.
He had fucked up individuals around him. That's what it was.
Leeches. Straight leeches.
If he had real motherfuckers around him, they would have took the heat for that shit. They were like, fuck up. We're not letting this nigga get locked up. This nigga just signed a $100 million contract. I'm not letting this nigga get locked up.
Yeah, what y'all doing?
I kicked out the NFL, man. All that bullshit over that shit. Stupid shit. And they could have took the rap and it just been a felony charge, cruelty to animal felony charge. What the fuck? And at that time, Georgia didn't even have the felony charges against cruelty to animals at that time. So I don't even think it'd have been a felony.
That's what I'm saying. You got to understand. You got to know who you got around you.
It's Mike Vick. They just around you. The law right after that shit made it a felony to fight dogs.
Some motherfuckers are just around you because you got money, but they ain't gonna take the fall for you. You gotta understand who you got around you.
Yeah. They were supposed to take the fall though, because he got the money. He could get some lawyers and get y'all right.
Yeah.
They were supposed to. Yeah. They were
ain't no stand-up dude.
I took the call. I'll never do it again, though. I'll never do it again because I got fucked on that deal, man.
They ain't real. That's what I'm saying. Those are fake individuals because
real
motherfuckers would have took their heat. I got real motherfuckers that would
help me out, and he never did.
Yeah.
I got motherfuckers right now that knows that I'm a police officer. If some shit go down, they be like, Dwayne, go ahead, get out of here. We know you got a motherfucking job. You got to stay clean. And they'll take the heat for me, even though I might have did some shit. But they'll take the heat for me because they know what the fuck I do.
Right.
That's how they always been. They've been like that since I was little. They always took the heat for me because they were like, Dwayne, you the only motherfucker around here that's never been locked up. Your ass ain't getting locked up.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Somebody got to get away without getting locked up. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I took my first cocaine charge, man. That wasn't even my shit, man.
Damn it, man.
Yeah, first cocaine charge, and it wasn't even my shit. But my boy,
I remember you told me about that.
My boy had a lot of shit on him, man. On him, they searched him, they didn't find it, but he had shit in his car, and they found a little bit that was in his car. And he told me, he said, when we were getting pulled over, he said, man, I might have something under the seat, man. I don't know. He said, but if it's there, man, please take the charge for it. Please take the charge for it. It'll be your first offense. You can go into first offenders, man. He said, if I get busted, I'll go up for 30 years. You know, it'll be my third strike. So I was like, all right, cool, man. I'll take the charge if there's something. And I didn't think they were going to find anything in the last fucking second they found the shit. That's me for it. And then the woman cop had me in the back of the car, and she was looking at my record and his record. They're like, hell no, I know that shit ain't your shit. Just tell me it's yours, you go home. It's his shit, he'll get arrested, you go home. But I knew he had a lot of shit on him, bro, a lot of shit. And if they bring him to the jail, they'd search him, strip search him, and they'd find all that shit on him. So I was like, nah, it's my shit, it's my shit. She was like, you lying to me. I said, no, I'm not, it's my shit, it's my stuff. So I took the charge for it. It sucks, man. And he was supposed to help me out, but he didn't do shit. He didn't do shit for me, man.
Shit, that motherfucker will do that 30 years, goddamn.
Getting out of jail and all that bullshit. He didn't do shit.
Wow.
That motherfucker didn't help me out none, man. So I don't talk to him no more, that motherfucker.
That rotten son of a bitch.
Yeah, he fucked me over in that deal. Yeah.
Oh, that's corny, man.
Prison, man. Took it for my first charge ever. Yeah. Fucking asshole.
Scumbag.
Hey, that wasn't but 5 years ago. Shit.
Goddamn.
I know, yeah. I was 49 years old, man. First time ever been in trouble with
God
drugs.
damn.
Goddamn.
Damn it, man.
They looked at my record and they were like, that shit ain't shit.
Yeah, for real,
You
right?
never been to jail for nothing, man. Motherfucker, you ain't never been to jail. That shit ain't yours.
Got my boy
Right in his car,
K
in his car. You know, yeah. They racial profiled us though, man. That's what they did. Seen a white boy and a black boy together, man. They pulled us over.
He said they
That's
racial.
all it was, man. Racial profile.
He said they racial profile.
It was, man. I'm telling you, it was, man. Why else would they pull us over? He didn't break no law. He didn't do shit wrong, man. We were driving. He didn't do nothing wrong. Too. In one lane, we didn't change lanes or nothing, but. How fast us over, man. They're looking at us.
He's doing that bullshit.
Over, man. He's in a bad area of town, I guess. I don't fucking know, man. Motherfucker. Racial profiling, man. I'm telling you, that's what it was. Me and my son-in-law over all the time, man. My son-in-law's black and he rides with me and they pull us over all the time. They think it's drug related. Every time I got a white boy and a black boy together, it's drug related. It's something to do with drugs. Man, fuck y'all, man. I searched my truck so many fucking times, man. Shit. Ain't got no damn drugs. Motherfuckers, man.
Oh, he got me cracking up in this motherfucker, man.
They do that shit all the time, though. I'm serious, man. They do that shit all the time. And they know that's the bad part. The same cop pulled me over 3 times already. Same cop, man. Same fucking cop. Think he's gonna find something this time. I get ugly with him now. I don't care.
Oh my God, yo, this one of the funniest dudes I know. swear to God.
They racial profile all the time, dude. They do that shit all the time to us, man. My son-in-law don't do drugs. It never does drugs. He don't drink. He don't do drugs. That motherfucker just works his ass off. Man. Just because he's black, he's with me. That we drug related, you know. We out there buying drugs or some kind of shit, man. Fuck them motherfuckers.
I knew he was going to do it. Oh man.
Hardcore, man. You got to deal with that shit, man. I know y'all deal with that shit all the time, man. Fuck. I just deal with it all the time too now. Cause I got black bar riser there all the time, man.
He said they think it's drug related.
They think it's drug related every fucking time, dude. Every fucking time. I'm serious. They do. They think it's drug related all the fucking time.
All the time. You ain't bullshitting.
Yeah, all the time. Drug related. What the fuck, man? Goddamn. So a black guy and a white guy can't be together and it's not drug related? What the fuck y'all talking about? Goddamn, dude. Y'all fucking stupid, man. Stupid fucking cops, man. They stupid, man. It pissed me off. I wish I could afford a high price lawyer. I'd sue fucking cops down the next time they pull me over. I sue the fuck out of him. Especially if it's the same cop. If it's the same cop that pulled me over, I'd sue his ass. But then I know he's racial.
Fuck that. I know that's right, Casey boy.
Motherfucker that put me over 3 times already, man. So I know the next time I'm gonna sue his ass.
Can't even see no more. Oh man.
Dick ass, man. I hate them motherfuckers. I don't even do nothing wrong, man. I hate them motherfuckers. Nothing against you, Dwayne. I just hate cops, man.
Oh shit.
They all suck ass, man. Motherfuckers. Grandpa's in the school, my uncle's a state trooper for Louisiana, but I still hate them all. I hate all them motherfuckers. They all on that same fucking agenda, man. They on that same agenda. Yeah. The racial profile.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
They are, man. They're stupid motherfuckers, man. Stupid motherfuckers, bro. Everybody's fucking bad nowadays, man. Motherfucking dumbasses. They need to do background checks on them motherfuckers before they give them badges, goddamn.
Man, that's a fact. Cause them cops be having them same personality profiles as the damn psychopath.
Man, so are, man. Fuck, you motherfuckers. I'm telling you, they do too, man. They need to do background checks on them fuckers, man. Better background checks than what they do, apparently. They're stupid, man. Half of these cops are fucking dumb-ass motherfuckers, and I'm telling you, half of them are dumb. Don't like the stupid motherfuckers. Carry a badge, they think they're badasses, man. They ain't shit. Take that badge away from them, that gun away from them, they ain't shit.
Oh my God, yo, this dude, yo. Hey, K, I don't think you have no idea how funny you are without trying. I don't think you get it, yeah. I swear to God. Yeah. You probably responsible for the last 2 or 3 hardest laughs I had in my life. I'm dead. I bullshit you not, yeah. I was sitting here wondering. I was like, when he gonna do it again? And that's why when you started, I started laughing. I said, he did it again. Oh man. That shit just funny because you're right though. That shit just funny. They think it's drug related every time, boy.
Every fucking time, man.
Yeah, my sister a cop. But why I feel good about that, because I know her personality and what type of person she is. So it's like you need more of that. Like I know that. So it's like she happened to be a like.
Yeah, my uncle's a state trooper, man, in Louisiana, you know. And then I see in his house, man. When I went to his house, he had fucking all kind of marijuana pipes and shit. And he said a lot of times, if it ain't a substantial amount of shit, he just takes it from him.
Yeah.
That's a cool cop that does that shit.
Yeah. Some of them used to be like that growing up.
You got a clean pipe in your fucking truck, you're gonna take that shit from you and arrest your ass.
Yeah, they done got
you ain't
people.
broke nothing out of it yet. It's still paraphernalia.
They done had people for having roaches in their ashtray, like little clips. Like
my sister got arrested. I mean, my daughter got arrested her first time for a roach in her ashtray.
That's crazy, yo. You know how petty that is? That's some beyond petty shit right there, bro.
Petty.
That's stupid, man. That's stupid.
Oh, man.
I used to live in Colorado for a little while. The cops was cool as hell out there, too. They find some weed on your shit, you like go around the corner and see them smoking your shit. After they pull you over.
That's crazy.
In fact,
They need more cool cops, man. They need more cool cops out there that fucking just take your shit from you, man. You know.
Yeah.
Not arrest you every time they find any damn thing, man. Goddamn. Every corner store sells pipes and shit nowadays. You know, all kind of marijuana paraphernalia. Every corner store
nowadays.
That's a fact. Catch one in your truck though, they'll fucking arrest you for it.
Yeah. Right, but they ain't shut down the corner store though.
No, they ain't gonna shut down that motherfucker for selling the shit.
Right. Oh man.
Brand new, it's still considered paraphernalia. Motherfucker. See, I smoke tobacco out that shit, motherfucker. They'll never believe that shit, though. They'll never believe that shit,
This nigga Kaiser Boy give me a headache every fucking night.
I'm gonna buy a tobacco, man, or fucking, keep that shit in my glove box, man. That way, when they catch me with a clean pack, that's my tobacco. I smoke out that shit.
It don't even be what Kaiser Boy said. It's the little slick comments he say after he say
Yeah, man. He got the best ad libs, man. He got the best ad libs.
Yeah, I swear to God. Them shits roll off so natural. That's what I'm saying. You're not even trying. That shit funny, bro. I'm telling you, I'm not exaggerating when I say that shit. You been having me crying over this motherfucker, yo. I'm telling you, lately. I fell out my chair last time. That shit was crazy. I really couldn't breathe.
I still can't forget that night we was sitting on this joint talking, and that motherfucker said, "All these motherfuckers can't hit the stupid motherfuckers. It's a bunch of stupid motherfuckers over here."
He popped in the chat one night like he popped in the chat one night like them stupid ass twins.
Yeah, that was funny, man. Yo, that was funny.
I'm like, damn. The boy, you having me dying in it. Stupid motherfucker.
But they are, man. Most of them are, man.
Oh man, yeah. This dude crazy, bro.
Oh shit. Oh fuck. I gotta take the jacket off. I'm hiding shit. I'm hiding shit.
They quit college too early, motherfucker. All them motherfuckers quit college too early, man. They go play sports for all that money, man. They're stupid as motherfuckers, man. Take that shit away from them, they all fucked, man. God damn it.
All right, Brad.
All right, what are we talking about?
Hey, Just Do.
That's good.
I've been sitting up this motherfucker fucking with this damn app. My motherfucking video's about to be off the chain now.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you that shit. And it's
I've been sitting here fucking with this damn app for like 20 minutes now. I done put like 2 motherfucking clips together already.
Yeah,
I'm telling you. Say it's called We Video, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get that shit because the one I use is pretty cool, but I'm always not.
That's how I like it. That's why I say I'm still new, but if somebody actually paying attention to the videos, like the way I'm not just 1, 2, 3 in them. Like it's you know, you go search for the right shit with it. Yeah, I was literally
just fucking with this app, dog. It's a whole lot of shit you can do on here. You can add the music, music to the video.
Yeah,
you can talk over the
people listen.
Video,
like I got the same. I try to use that same little tone in my joints. It's from there. They got a bunch of little free music.
The way this motherfucker ad is set up, like I can take Just Do videos.
Yeah.
Take his intro off, put my intro on it, and do my own commentating. It will be his video, but it will be me talking.
Yeah.
I just sat here and looked at this shit. I was like,
so you see how that's how I be doing mine. You can mute the clips that you playing, so you give your own narration over them. So they always a go. Because when you give your own take and spin on them, that's a go. They'll never have no problem monetizing. You know what I'm saying? That's what I know. That's why when I went to monetize, I deleted my shorts because I didn't remix them. Like now, when I do it, I kind of remix them, even if I add my voice in it. Add my voice over they shit is a go. Like that Earl Spence one got over 5,000 views. So that's like 16 seconds for that, just for a clip that we all seen. But people are still, you know what I mean? That should just bring eyes to it. And that's one way. You remix them little clips. Like you ever see it on IG when they ask you, do you want to remix it? Yeah, you remix it and make it yours. Or like I'll put Spence sparring, he back in sparring on one side, and then I'll put the Big Fish logo on the other side. Simple shit. Or I might put like, you know what I mean, a picture of the last fight he had with the clip in it, with a side by side him being back in the gym now, like shit like that. Go remix shit, and it's just a go. And like them reels, them shits that keep people, like I'm telling you now, I know I ain't bugging. Them reels be having people clicking my video. Them shits be weeks old, so my people still be clicking the video from watching that shit.
Matter of fact,
weeks old.
Which one you talking about, Jeff?
Oh, the shit that's on my page that I was talking about is that clip of Spence. It's a little short, it's like 16 seconds. That shit got over 5,000 views for just that shit we all seen. And I don't got 5,000 people, so you know, I'm like,
right.
He would definitely.
So you recommend that to make some short too to help the channel?
Yeah, if you remix them, I recommend remixing them though. Yeah. Like try to do a side by side, even if you could. You know, you ever see how people narrate videos or do those short videos and they talk over them, but they face be in it somewhere?
Yeah.
If you do shit like that, it's like that's different. You remixing it. You get what I'm saying? Instead of just copying and pasting as is. That's a no. Like, but if you copy, maybe add your voice, a narration to it, put your face in it, maybe some text over it, it's a difference. Like I did that through trial and error. I figured that out a little bit.
Say like if Just Do a video, right? And he got his face at the end of the video. I can take his face off
and put
it just stretch the video out.
Yeah.
I can just stretch the video out and make the video longer and just take his face
See,
off.
your mind going how mine's did when I opened it. You seeing what you could do with it and how you could get your thoughts out. Like instead of just having like a blank screen or it's not wrong with pictures, but I try to give you some motion to watch. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
like along with you listening to it. So like it might look random, but it's like it's not. It might be sparring footage because that's the fighter we talking about. After I showed you his most recent fight or something that's relevant to telling what I'm talking about, I just get into like a sparring clip or a recent, you know what I mean, some shit, and you know, finish the video like that, or transition to the other fighter that I'm talking about and do the same thing with him, and then you mix them in kind of both at the end and then just end this shit. That's how I do it. That's how I'm doing it anyway. That's my format that I clean up.
Yeah, like I said, I've been fucking with this joint for a minute now.
See what I'm saying? That shit dope, yeah.
Y'all gonna see motherfucker videos probably pop out like 2:30 in the morning.
I'm telling you. Because you be up, so you gonna be tweaking with it, and you gonna see like say for instance, if say like how I did when I used Demetrius Andre, them little sparring clips. You see, notice in the clips, like I could put text in the clip, so I could tell you, maybe I could say something to highlight to look out for in text. I could even write that out, like look for the check hook that he about to land, or I tell you which fighter is wearing which color headgear, so you know who you watching when you doing it. Little simple shit. You can add mad little shit to it. Text and, you know what I mean? Like you said, the music and shit like that.
Like you could take the little clips from their motherfucker their press conference, and you can put it in the video and shit like that.
Yes. So I've done that before. Like in certain clips, they don't have no problem with you could fill it out because it's a process before you even upload. They check for any issues. Like I let it do that. Check for any copyright shit. It'd be the simplest shit, but I've learned the way to kind of get around. Like the most recent, like in one of these streams, I played like a David Benavidez clip. Like while we on stream, I played one of his clips, and it was that interview that they didn't want me to use, so I had to go edit that shit out. But the way to get around that is you go play that actual video, and I'll take a still shot picture of what that interview looked like, and I'll use the still frame and use the audio separately. So I won't use the actual recording from them. See what I'm saying? Or you could use maybe a training video or two, you know what I mean, depending on how long or how short you loop the video, and you could play the audio of David Benavidez in the interview And with that app, you can write in the text, like on the phone, or, you know what I mean, interview by such and such. It's like, it's ways to kind of tell your story or keep the whoever watching, you know, understanding of, you know, what you're doing. That's one way I got around the interviewing shit. I did SHAKUR Stevenson shit like that too. Put like with the, you know, the still shot picture and use the audio separate. Because I got a mic, so I could narrate the audio with the picture. So it's like that shit just it line right up. So it's simple.
Okay, yeah, because that's what I did for my first video, because I didn't know about the copyright shit, so I just used still shots of the actual blood, sweat, and tears, and then I spoke over it. And that way it wasn't like the actual.
From what I read, like as far as what could be monetized, that's a go, because it don't have to be an original clip or something. It can even be a clip, they were saying. It could be like movie clips, but as long as you're narrating over it and giving your own spin on what's going on, you get what I'm saying? Like I have no issue so far yet, no copyright, nothing. I don't have no claims, no nothing on none of my videos, no issues. I always check for that because I stay away from, like I said, and the good thing about it, like, you know, with them little claims, like you could just fix that and, you know, go edit it real quick, boom, and it's done. You know what I mean? Everything is just good. It'd be simple shit. It tell you still can use it. It don't affect nothing, but you might not be able to get paid from it. They might, or somebody, whoever, you get what I'm saying? So it's like I ain't had no serious issues. Anything could be little claims. It might be maybe an audio or a clip that's too long that I use, so I have to go shorten it or just use a different one, and it'll work out.
Okay.
I got that. I always go search for clips, like from the fighter that I'm talking about, their most recent fight. If I could find it, if not clips that's copyright free, then I'll use a picture and just narrate over the picture, and then go find, you know, most fighters got training footage or something, and you just use that, you know what I'm saying, just to give you a little picture or something to watch while you get the information. So it's like it's trial and error. It's something I'm still trying to figure this shit out. Still learning how to edit and shit like that. But damn, man, we about to hit 4 hours, man. Shit, I'm gonna let y'all fellas get y'all last words. I ain't gonna hold y'all, man. I think T still out. I definitely see y'all over there if y'all yeah, I'll be over there for sure. I appreciate all y'all stopping through on a boring day. I'll definitely see y'all over there at the tea house if y'all stopping through there. You don't really trying to get me drunk.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
For real, who that?
Man, y'all need to watch this dude, man.
You still have mine.
You say you need to watch who?
Name is, man. It's fucking
I just downloaded that joint too, just.
We video? Yeah, like I'm definitely spreading the word on that. That's what I've been using to you know, to edit my shit. And I
I've been using Power Director, and it's pretty good, but you sound like you might have more options.
He definitely will benefit from We Video. He do a lot of video predictions, and he would definitely benefit from it. It will bring his video predictions to life.
I used to do that.
Okay. So I'm all for it. If you download We Video, you gonna go back to doing that shit. I'm trying to tell you. I was just on there fucking with it. That shit true.
I know, like
that shit makes that shit a whole lot easier.
I was using iMovie, like when I used to have the Deontay Wilder and the Earl Spence joint. My video, I was using iMovie, just the iMovie clip to do that. Yeah. But with Power Director, you know, you could put the videos on there, you could take the sound off, and you could talk over it as well. And I was chopping up the pictures and the video. That's what I was doing. I just really stopped doing it because I really got tired of, you know, got tired of chopping the videos up. Then I stopped doing the videos. I just started putting the pictures in my voice, and then I just started going live and doing that shit.
You was using Power Director for a second.
Mostly iMovie, but I use Power Director when I Power Director like old reliable. I can always go to that.
Yeah, because see, that's the one I'm using. I'm trying to figure out that's better than We Video.
Yeah, I use iMovie too, but this joint is a lot easier than iMovie. It's a lot easier.
Yeah, it's kind of laid out the way it's laid out for you. I'm telling you, that's how like if anybody was looking, that's how I be clapping my shit together.
When you open it up, they ask you where you want to get your video or your picture from. They say camera roll or Google Drive.
Yeah.
You can go wherever you got your picture or your video located at. You go in there, pick the picture or the video that you want to use, and it'll automatically upload the video right there or the picture. And then all you got to do is add the shit that you want to add to it. You can add the music. You can stretch the video out. You can add another
exactly.
video to the end of all that shit is right there.
Yep, you can add transitions, all that shit.
Okay. So you guys,
I think I might be good.
Do a video. I got to do a video.
What's the name of the app you
Video from that joint and
she said it's called
we got some videos from that joint and just share them over to the shit.
Yeah.
We video.
Yeah, that shit cool. That shit dope. For sure.
Matter of fact, St. Louis, being though you just starting out your channel, that would be great for you to get eyes on your channel. Because that's how I started my channel. I started just doing videos. I started doing live streams. once I started.
Do videos on there and then send them over. Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember I had got when I got my copyright straights, I had got blocked for a week. I couldn't go live. I was doing straight video. I was using iMovie then. I was using straight video. That's why AB had, got you boy all the intros and shit like that.
Yeah.
But I might actually, I really be being lazy. I ain't gonna say even lazy, but it's less room for error when I go live. Cause I know I ain't gonna have shit.
Yeah. It's like less tedious, and you still getting the information out there. The same, and you coming live. You a live body, so it's engaging. A motherfucker can come talk to you. You on the screen, so it worked either way. For me, you ask me like that shit. I
be wanting now, but we gave a nigga all them intros and shit. I do be wanting to use them. I wish I knew how to, do it on my live streams, like my countdown and shit, like beforehand.
In your live stream, if you want to do the countdown, like again, it's a section in here. It's where you put your video clips. The very first one is the countdown. So I mean, you got to presently be there physically, or I don't know if it's a way where you could put it in where you 30 seconds away from going live, because that's how I did it when I used it. I used it a couple times. I don't know if people caught it, but that very first 30 seconds, like when my shit 30 seconds, you got this little like.
The other day you did it.
You see that little shit right there? They got that shit right there for you. So you just click that shit, and that shit will just count down on its own. I don't know if somebody was able to put it in there to just go right when you at the. I don't see that as an option, but maybe it's possible. But
yeah,
that shit, it got it right at the top. It's the first option, that 30-second countdown.
That's your lady, just in the chat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she heard me in there laughing. She knew how I'd be, so she ain't hear me laughing like that in a while, because it's all good energy up here. That's how I told you, KB had me crying. I ain't gotta force to laugh out with him. He gonna say something that's
pay natural, man.
Yeah, he never, not one moment that I laughed that hard was he trying to do it. He was just doing what he do. I'm like, yo, this dude is funny. He don't even know it. That's what make him funny. He ain't trying to do it.
That'd be the funniest people though, bro. Who just
I'm gonna tell you who Case of War remind me of. He remind me of that fucking comedian. What is his name? He's a white guy. He's a comedian, but he be saying jokes, but he have like a serious look on his face. And
Sam Bailey.
Funny as shit.
Sam Bailey's a fucking motherfucker, man.
Who?
Yeah.
Sam Bailey. Y'all need to check him out, man. Sam Bailey.
Somebody must have told you that before.
Sam Bailey got some little clips, man. That's some funny shit, bro.
Wait. You said his name is what?
Sam Bailey. I got it in the
Sam Bailey.
Yeah, y'all need to check him out, man. That's some funny shit right there.
No, he has a serious look on his face, but he be saying jokes, but you won't think it's a joke. You gotta listen to it, and you'll be sitting there cracking the fuck up because it's the small shit that he say. The shit be funny as shit. That's who Case of War remind me of. He be saying some real shit, but he have his little.
Shit, man. That's because we got real sense of humor. We know how to laugh at shit that maybe some people don't know how to laugh at. We know what's actually funny. Like shit like that is funny.
I find jokes in everything.
I'm telling you, it's how you say it. You going off, you just telling your story, but the way you going about it just be funny as hell. You don't call all of us like that up there.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you some real shit. We was at the fight, and we was leaving the fight. It was me, Kwee, Ashley, Albie, and Kwee's brother. I ran across the street, and they waited for the cars to go past. It was another guy who ran across the street, but he was drunk. This nigga got to the motherfucker curb and hit that motherfucker hard as shit. He went face down. Dog, I bust out laughing. I look across the street. Ashley is dying laughing. We was up that motherfucker rolling like shit. I find comedy in everything.
Yeah, I'm telling you, ain't nothing better than a good laugh, bro. Ain't too many things better than a good laugh. I'm sorry.
That's why they call it the best medicine, man.
I'm telling you, I was just over here and I couldn't even see. I was laughing so hard. My tears, I'm telling you,
I be laughing a lot of shit Dwayne says, man. Dwayne's funny motherfucker.
Nah, the way it laugh, his laugh. Do it every time. Every time. My girl was looking at me one day because I woke up laughing. She looked over at me like, what you? I'm like, yo, not trying to be not no weird shit. I'm like, yo, I'm just thinking about how hard that nigga was laughing last night. I woke up already laughing.
Get me laughing, man. That's
crazy, yo.
Yeah, some people just got that kind of laugh. Cracking up, you can't help but start cracking up with.
I'm telling you, I don't even gotta hear it. If I hear him laughing that hard and he paused and he come back laughing, that's it. I don't even gotta hear what he laughing at. It's just gonna be. I'm like, yo, it's crazy, bro. It be K though. It's usually you. But man, shit, man. I ain't gonna hold y'all too much longer, man. Y'all, I'll meet y'all at the tea house. My bad, tea house.
No problem, bro. You good?
Appreciate y'all kicking it with me. Yeah, you know.
Man, happy birthday, Jeff.
Did it again, fellas. I'm doing right what I wanted to be doing.
A couple of minutes he go live, Ricky.
Yeah, probably so, because it's about to be 9 o'clock.
Yeah, it's 9 o'clock.
Yeah. All right, so I'll see y'all over there then, fellas.
Yeah, you doing that Tyson Fury shit tonight.
No, you do it tomorrow. We're doing it tomorrow.
You're going to do it tomorrow.
That's right.
Thursday. I might be coming on. If not, then I'll be
Wednesday, do it on Thursday. You know we do Wildin' Out Wednesdays with that. I don't know.
Yeah, Wildin' Out Wednesday. That's right. Yeah. Cool, hell yeah.
All right.
Cool. All right. I'm going to head over there.
All right, bet. All right, fellas. Appreciate y'all, man. I'll be over there with y'all.
No doubt.
All right, bet.
Peace.